Pride me, last time I looked to my right, you niggas was standing beside me.
Fucking up. All right, let's go. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, y'all. Let's get it. We got a great show lined up for you guys. Who's in the chat? Oh shit, Derek's in the chat. He's in the chat. And shout out Shelly, the big moderator. So it looks like we're getting started early tonight. I like it. Chat's getting active. Looks like the stream is coming in pretty strong. Cool. How's everybody doing tonight? We got a good show lined up for you guys. We had definitely a really good stream today, man. Shout out the chat. I wanted to shout you guys out. I was watching back the replay, and yeah, man, it just was a really good stream, man. I was liking that. Really good chat. We got some new people. Channel update. We're over 3,500 subscriptions now, on the way to 4K. As we set on that road to the 10K, man. Our ultimate goal, 10K right now. That's really what we're trying to get to. We released a ton of shorts today on the channel. I believe it was we did the Terrell Suggs. We did the Terrell Suggs arrest camera that just came out, and then also the Tank Davis arrest camera that came out. But the Tank Davis case was dropped. All charges were dropped, so that's good. But definitely check out those if you're into like arrest camera footage on our shorts. And then we also dropped some shorts of our next webcam video, or our next doorbell cam video. So a lot of news, a lot of updates for the channel today. I've been working hard, cutting down clips and editing videos for you guys today. So I'm glad we had a really good morning stream, because it got me hyped up for tonight. So shout out everybody who's already here. Boom. My phone was dead. Now it's turning back on. With that being said, make sure I like my own videos. Now we got 4 likes. Let's go. All right, so first episode we're gonna do today comes from Stranger Stories. It says teen killer shot his mom to death and laughs about it. The case of Andrew Wilson. I guess he's a 19-year-old college student. Let's look a little bit more into it.
Wilson was still living at home with his mother, Lisa. Since childhood, Wilson has been plagued by... This is Andrew Wilson, a 19-year-old college student. Wilson was still living at home with his mother, Lisa. Since childhood, Wilson has been plagued by serious health problems, some of which required medication at dangerously high dosages. Wilson and his mother had a good relationship.
Was he doing coke? Was he snorting that shit? Because you seen the bill, right? Like, I'm not tripping. It's like, it's a bill rolled up on the table.
This is Andrew Wilson, a 19-year-old college student. Wilson was still living at home with his mother, Lisa. Since childhood, Wilson has been plagued by serious health problems, some of which required medication.
Look, what the fuck medication needs you to roll up a $5 bill like that, bro? You crushing the Adderall and shit? You crushing your pills, bro?
At dangerously high dosages. Wilson and his mother had a good relationship. There were minor arguments that were typical of any two people sharing a house, but even those didn't last long. Wilson had been suffering a period of depression and had withdrawn into himself. His family was concerned, but nothing prepared them for the flashing of lights and wailing sirens outside of the house one early morning. Wilson had called the police, saying that he believed his mother had been murdered. When they entered the house to investigate, they discovered Lisa.
Hey, Bill, welcome to the chat, man. I said a $5 bill, not Bill. Andy.
In her bed with a gunshot wound to the back of her head.
Now, Andrew, we're going to talk about last night, obviously, and any time before that that you think is necessary for me to know. I do ask that you're honest with me. Okay, I've been doing this a long time. I talk to a lot of people. not everybody's honest. I can usually tell when people aren't being honest with me. I don't get offended when people lie to me, but I usually let them know, yeah, you're not being honest with me. Okay.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie to you, so I don't expect you to lie to me.
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, we're going to discuss last night, or any time before that. Did you want to start from the beginning and tell me about last night, or do you want me to ask you questions? Or?
I'm gonna say like what I was doing. Like probably got home from work right around
Hey, Bill, thank you. That means a lot.
midnight, a little bit before that, and she was about to go to bed. And then I just played PlayStation with my friends till about 2, and then I couldn't fall asleep, so right around 3:30, roughly, I took a drive. That's usually what I do when I can't fall asleep. And I decided to go to the gym because I still couldn't fall asleep at like 4. But then by the time I got there, I didn't have my Planet Fitness token thing, so I just went home.
Okay. Yeah, tell me about that. When you went home?
And slept on the couch because we've got a puppy, so she always just whines if you go upstairs. So I just watched TV for one episode and then went to bed.
Yeah, where'd you go to bed at?
Just on the couch in the family room.
Okay. And then what happened after that?
And I woke up, or her alarm woke me up because it's going off nonstop. Like right before I called 911, because I don't know, 6:45.
And what happened after that?
Well, after I went up there to see why she wasn't turning off her alarm, and I saw her, so then I called 911 and waited outside.
All right, so I'm thinking dude shot his mom, and now he's trying to play like it was a suicide. You know what I mean? Like that was his way out. He was like, I'm going to say she just shot herself.
Okay. And then what happened after that?
The dispatcher told me to just kind of wait near the driveway for the officers to show up. And then once they did, I just did whatever they said. Which they just got my name and hers.
Did you go back in the house?
No.
No.
No, they told me to just wait outside.
Okay. All right. Let's go back. Anything else after that?
I just kind of waited inside one of the squad cars once everyone else started showing up.
Okay. All right. So you worked till about midnight.
That's about when I got home, yeah, because I got a call after 11.
What do you mean you got a call after 11?
So the shift is 3 to 11, but then you're on call until 7 a.m., usually from your house. So like right at 11, we got 3 illegal parks. So I went and did one of those.
Okay. Right about 11?
Yeah.
From your house or from?
From the station.
From the station.
Yeah.
Where'd you pick that car up at? And what do you do with the cars?
So for legals, we bring it to one of our storage lots.
Okay. And where's the storage lot at?
The one I took to was right across the street from the station.
Where's that?
Corner of Taz and Hagedorn.
I'm sorry. What was the intersection?
Hazlitt and Hagedorn.
Hazlitt.
Yep.
Okay, and then after that, what'd you do?
I just went home.
Went home. Okay. And what time did you get home?
Probably quarter till midnight, maybe midnight. Somewhere around there.
Okay, and then you said that from that time, where were you at in the house?
I was in the family room.
In the family room.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go upstairs at all?
Right when I get home to get a phone charger.
To get a phone charger? Where'd you get that from?
My room.
Okay. Did you talk to your mom at that time?
Yeah, well, she just asked how work was, like she usually does.
Okay. And where was she at?
It was a fairly typical night for Wilson. He and his mother reportedly got along well, and nothing happened during the time leading up to the murder that might cause Wilson to be angry enough to kill her. In intense situations, focus is everything. Whether it's in the...
Just asked about work and what time I was, because I was going to bring the
Johnny 5, stay alive. What's good, my boy?
puppy to my dad, because my stepmom...
Switch, yeah, we just started. Welcome to the chat. I just posted the gist of the case. Shout out Bradley. I just copy and pasted his.
runs the Capillary Humane Society, so they already had an adoptive family ready for, because my mom didn't really want to have another puppy.
Okay. So when were you going to do that?
I think my dad said be to his house by around 7:30.
And which puppy was it?
Sharpei.
During his own interview with the police, Wilson's father confirmed their plans.
All right, so tell me, you were saying that, and I had heard too, that Andrew was supposed to come to your house this morning?
Yeah, so they've got two puppies. Well, two puppies. He's got a Sharpei puppy he got from a friend that he doesn't want.
Okay.
You probably saw it if you were there.
Yeah.
Probably had a cone on its head, maybe. My wife runs Capillary Humane Society. She's the president and CEO. So she said, if Andrew doesn't want that puppy, because I was saying he doesn't know if he's going to keep it, doesn't know what to do with it, she said, take it. I said, I can guarantee I'm going to adopt it out. And in fact, her finance manager parents are supposed to meet today to get the puppy. So he was going to bring it over this morning at 7:30.
Okay.
And then my wife's going to take to work, and her finance person's parents are going to adopt it. So, so he was supposed to come over 7:30, and a little after that, he said, I'm not going to make it today, I'll explain later. I said, well, can I come over and get the puppy then? Because, we had plans of, her name is Cindy, that's the finance manager. Cindy's parents were going to come get the puppy. And he's like, probably not, the police are blocking the driveway.
Okay.
This is all text message. And, so then I received, well, what's going on? Are you okay? And then nothing.
Okay, so last time you talked to your mom, she was in her bedroom?
Mm-hmm.
And she was, what was she doing?
Just watching TV.
Where was she at in the room?
On the bed.
On the bed. And where's the TV at?
It's at the foot of the bed to the right, kind of at an angle.
Okay.
Where if she laid on the left side of the bed, she could watch it.
Alright. Do you know what time that was?
12:15.
12:15? Do you know what she was watching on TV?
I don't remember. I didn't really pay attention to what she was watching.
Okay. And
then I woke up to my mom's alarm going off.
And what time was that?
7:45.
And what'd you do?
And I went up to go shut it off and see why she wasn't waking up, and then saw her and called 911.
After leaving his mother's body in her bedroom for an undetermined amount of time, Wilson called the police. When they arrived, he appeared unemotional and distant.
What was the last conversation you had with your mom?
She was asking exactly what time I was going to bring the puppy to my dad.
That's what set him off. He probably didn't want to bring that puppy.
And when was that? When was the conversation?
12, maybe 15:15.
Yeah, how do you know it was that late?
I know it, because I got done with my call at work at around 11:30. And then I had to email it, which I took a little extra time, and it's about a 15 to 20 minute drive home.
And where were you when you had a conversation with your mom?
The one about the puppy was in her room.
What about when you guys, when you first came home, where was she at?
Watching TV in the family room.
And you guys talked then?
A little bit, yeah.
What was that like?
Just asked how work was. It was busy.
Okay. And then what?
And she said she was going to go to bed and get ready for bed. And then 5 minutes later, I went up to get my phone charger and then asked me about the dog.
Okay. And does your mom work?
Mm-hmm.
Where does she work?
Accident one in nursing.
Okay. Does she have to work today?
Yeah.
Yeah. What time does she normally get up?
6:30ish.
Okay. So she was awake when you got home from work,
Mm-hmm.
and then you.
His demeanor is definitely the biggest thing that probably clued the police. The fact that he's so like chill and like kind of distance, like whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like kind of like it's not bothering him at all. I mean, imagine you found your mom just committed suicide, bro. Like you're gonna be emotional. Like this seems like he's in a principal's office and they're asking him like, why are you tardy for third period every day type shit.
left. You drove around. Why'd you drive around?
I just kind of fall asleep and I usually relax it and tires me out at night.
Okay. Did you call anybody?
No.
Text anybody? Anybody call you or text you?
Mm-hmm.
No.
According to his father, Wilson hadn't been very social recently. He spent much of his time by himself, and there were plans for him to see a therapist.
Did you go to your dad's?
No.
Did you talk to your dad?
Mm-hmm.
Not at all?
Not after like noon.
Hey, Roxy, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by.
That afternoon?
Yeah, like I was telling him what time I could be over with the dog.
Okay.
You're good. Don't worry about it. You're doing great.
All right, so you get home,
Mm-hmm.
and your mom's in the living room. You guys just have a regular conversation?
Yep.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure you're double tapping them screens on the way in. Let's get them likes up, man. We got a lot of people in here. Let's get some more likes, please.
Then she goes up to bed, you go up there to get your phone charged, you guys talk again?
Mm-hmm.
And what'd she say then?
Just asking about the dog, what time I was getting up to bring her to my dad's.
Okay. What's it like between you guys?
Me and my mom?
Yeah.
It's good.
You guys argue at all? Never?
Not really. No.
No? Alright. She didn't have an issue with you at all yesterday?
No.
Did you have one with her at all? No? There'd be no reason for you guys to be arguing or for her to be upset? Was she upset about anything lately?
No, not really. I mean, maybe when I brought the dog home like a week and a half ago, she didn't really want it, so she just asked me when I was bringing her back.
Bringing her back where?
I got it from, so it's my Larry's brother had the puppies, so and then they sold 4 out of the 5. And they said just take the other one home and see how it works.
Okay. And how did it make you feel?
I mean, I kind of had a feeling that she wouldn't 100% want it.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
I just figured give it a shot. No one else was wanting her, so.
Wanting the puppy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, my son just did the same thing to me. He brought home a dog, brought home a puppy. Fortunately, he goes to college, so he left and took the puppy with him, but you know, when he comes home, he's going to be bringing it, and I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy he can bring his dog in my house. That's kind of, and we just got no doors.
That cop just hella lied, bro. You can't bring no dog to college. What the fuck? You can't have no dog in the dorm rooms. Yeah, he just went off to college, so he took his dog. Like, I don't know, bro. And I mean, unless he's an upperclassman, who knows? But I think the cop's just trying to build a bond right there, so he just made up that story.
Carpet, and, you know, dog's gonna, you know, make messes and that kind of thing. And, you know, is that how your mom was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not so much messing up the floors, but like our other dog, who's 2, didn't like her at all. So that's probably the main reason she wanted to get rid of her.
Is that your mom's dog?
Kind of both parts, yeah. But yeah, my mom.
Okay. All right, so you guys have a brief conversation about that. You go back downstairs and you play games and stuff with your friends till about 2. What happens after 2 o'clock?
I think he shot her right then and then went downstairs and played video games, bro. I think that was the altercation. And then I think he shot her. They didn't say how she died, but maybe he shoots her. Then he goes downstairs and plays video games thinking I'll report this in the morning.
So they both got off, and then around.
He's right on that edge. He's like 17, 18.
Didn't feel like playing by myself anymore, so just watch TV.
All right. Did you talk to your mom again after that?
No, she was sleeping.
She was sleeping?
Yeah.
Okay. What does your mom wear to bed?
What's that?
What does she wear to bed?
Depends. I think she has like a nightgown thing.
Nightgown thing?
Sometimes wear that.
So she wears like bed clothes?
Yeah.
She wouldn't wear like street clothes to bed?
That's what I said, Twitch. His whole demeanor is just not appropriate for this situation. And let's play devil's advocate. Let's say he's innocent, right? If you found your mom with a bullet hole in her head and you think she committed suicide, you wouldn't be all nonchalant and hella chill when the police came around. You know what I mean? You'd be emotionally distraught. Camilla Barrett, welcome to the chat.
No.
I've never seen her.
You never seen her?
Or is it Camila? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the subscription.
Like street clothes?
No.
No. Okay.
When Lisa was found, she was in bed and under the covers. She was wearing a tank top and exercise shorts.
So you leave the house and go for a drive. Drive around. You've gone for how long? About?
Driving probably an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Just driving around back roads.
Yeah.
And then you go to Planet Fitness. And what were you going to do with Planet Fitness?
Just work out, tighten out, sleep.
You can do that at 4:30 in the morning? Yeah? Oh, you've done it before? 4:30 in the morning?
I've done it like 2 before. I haven't done it 4, but
Okay. And then you come home and you talk to your mom again when you come home?
No.
Not at all? You see her at all? No. And then you
What up, X? Welcome to the chat.
after you get home, what happens?
I watched an episode of TV.
Where'd you watch?
Where did I watch?
Yeah.
In the family room.
And what would you said you watched?
American Dad.
American Dad. And then you went to sleep?
Yep.
When did you change your clothes?
That was what I fell asleep in, because after I got home from work, I usually change into some street clothes.
Okay, so you got home, you did change your clothes when you got home?
Yeah.
What do you normally wear to work?
We have uniforms, blue pants, and then a white and blue striped button-down shirt, and boots.
Okay, and what did you do with those clothes?
They are on my bedroom floor.
On your bedroom floor?
Yeah, it is, Pamela. How's it going?
Alright. And, okay, so you watch TV, you watch American Dad, you fall asleep, and then you said her alarm clock woke you up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then is that something that has happened in the past?
No, we'll usually turn it off right after it starts going off, but...
Okay. How often do you sleep on the couch?
Since we got the puppy, at least half the time, but before we got her, usually, unless I fall asleep on the couch, usually never.
Okay. And then, describe to me what you saw when you went to go wake your mama.
It was dark, so I saw like part of her pillow was darker than the rest. And then I turned on the light or my flashlight on my phone, and it was blood
Where was the blood at?
all around her head and the pillow.
And how was she? What did you see when you walked in?
Oh, he shot her when she was sleeping.
Just her still just lying there still, and like half the pillow was darker than the rest, so.
Lisa had been shot in the back.
Yeah, smirked a little bit.
What did you see when you walked in?
Just her still just lying there still, and like half the pillow was darker than the rest, so.
You see that? He smirked right there.
Lisa had been shot in the back of the head while she was sleeping, facing away from the door.
Could you see any part?
Yeah, there's no way that's suicide, bro. Nobody does this. I've never seen nobody do it through the back, bro. Never heard a case of that.
Of her head?
Yeah, I didn't look super hard. Kind of looked away right away, but I think I did, yeah.
Okay. Was she covered at all?
She had a sheet kind of up there, just
Okay.
covered.
Did you touch anything in there?
No.
Okay. And how long were you in the room?
Like 5 seconds, maybe.
5 seconds?
Not very long, yeah. Just walk in, pull out my phone, and turn on the light.
Okay. Did you say anything to her?
I said her name, but no answer, so.
What'd you say?
Said, Mom.
Okay. Did you do anything else?
Just went downstairs and then called 911.
And what'd you tell 911?
That she was like.
Damn, Johnny, did that happen? Did they say that about somebody for real? That's crazy. I gotta look that up.
I thought she was murdered because then if she had gotten or anything, or like any sharp object, it would have been self-inflicted. So I told him I thought she might have been murdered.
Okay. Why did you think that?
Well, at least in my initial thought, I didn't think it was suicide. She didn't really seem depressed or anything.
Okay, so you never thought that she was depressed or that she would end her own life? She never said anything yesterday or acted like she had issues where she wanted to kill herself, that kind of thing? Okay, so why would you think it was murder?
Because of how she was shot, Wilson knew that trying to pass it off as a suicide would be impossible. He didn't realize that it would be fairly easy to determine that no one had broken into the house.
Well, I didn't think it was suicide, so I didn't really know what else to.
Okay, so you never thought that she was depressed or that she would end her own life? She never said anything yesterday or acted like she had issues where she wanted to kill herself, that kind of thing? Okay, so why would you think it was murder?
Because of how she was shot, Wilson knew that trying to pass it off as a suicide would be impossible. He didn't realize that it would be fairly easy to determine that no one had broken into the house.
Well, I didn't think it was suicide, so I didn't really know what else to. I don't know what else to say.
Okay. Was anybody else in the house with you?
No.
Was anybody in the house when you left? Did she have a friend over? Does she have a boyfriend?
Not that I know of.
Anybody that comes over the house to do handyman work or anything like that? Cut the grass? Do you do that?
No, I mow the lawn.
You mow the lawn? And you were gone for about an hour and a half, something like that?
Hour and a half, roughly, yeah.
Hour and a half?
Something like that.
And how was your mom when you left
Yeah, it's funny how people adjacent to like politicians and stuff be winding up dead, like in the most random ways.
the house?
Sure.
She was alive?
Yeah.
When you left the house to go on your drive, your mom was alive?
Yes.
And how do you know that?
Well, I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I didn't like hear anything strange or see anything. So, figured she was.
Okay. So when you were in the house,
I think you called that right on the head, Twitch. I think that's when he ditched the gun. He shot her, then he drove around and got rid of the gun somewhere.
you didn't see anybody in the house.
No.
You didn't hear a gunshot. You didn't hear anybody screaming. Did you hear an argument?
No.
Was your mom yelling at anybody? Nothing like that? So you leave and you go drive around for a couple hours just because you can't sleep?
I just couldn't fall asleep, yeah.
And why couldn't you fall asleep?
I wasn't tired. I don't know why.
Well, how long did you work last night?
3 to 11.
3 to 11? And what time do you normally get up in the morning?
With the puppy now, usually 9.
9? All right. And did you eat yesterday? Okay. Regular? I mean, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, or?
Lunch, dinner. I usually don't eat breakfast.
Okay. What time did you eat last night, like dinner time?
Probably in 7:30 or 8.
Okay. 7:30 or 8, and then you get home around midnight. Did you have anything to eat after you got home?
Yes, I had some snacks. Not a real meal.
Like what?
I had a Hershey bar, and then I had a Mountain Dew to try and keep me up for a little bit, just in case I got a call. So I don't want to sleep through my phone. That's it.
Okay. Did you drink any alcohol? Does your mom drink alcohol?
Just when she's hanging out with her friends, so maybe like a couple times a year.
All right. So you don't think she was drinking last night? Is your mom on any type of medication?
Not that I know of. Maybe just vitamins. But
Okay. Nothing. No type of narcotics or opiates or anything like that that would. And no antidepressants or anything that you know of?
not that I know of.
Okay. She pretty healthy?
Yeah.
Okay. And does she do illegal drugs at all?
No.
Never?
Not that I.
Okay. What about you? Do you ever use them?
No.
You smoke weed at all?
I did last summer, but I haven't since
Okay.
like September.
Nothing last night?
No.
Do you use any other recreational drugs? Cocaine or meth or anything like that? All right, good. Sorry, this thing's going off all the time.
It's probably, I don't know, 10.
Okay, so you're outside the entrance then?
Yeah.
And how much time do you spend in the parking lot?
15 seconds. So I get checked, see if I had my card, and I didn't, so I went back.
And the car's usually where?
It's usually in between my phone, like underneath the phone case, in between my phone and the case, but I just didn't put it in there.
I wonder what year this case was, because most of those things you could put it on your phone now. Like if you, like you don't need the physical card. They had like it on your Apple Wallet or your Google Wallet. You could put your gym pass. Hey Laura, welcome to the chat.
Okay, where do you think it's at now?
Somewhere in my room.
Okay. And then how'd you get back home?
It took Grand River to Meridian,
Yeah, and then
and then Lynn.
Killing. And did you see any cars or anything when you were driving on Meridian Road?
On Meridian, there were a few cars, yeah.
Anything on land?
No.
So how long do you think you were gone off this whole time that you were driving?
Maybe hour and a half? Hour and a half?
You stop anywhere?
No.
Hey, welcome in, Connor.
Did you call anybody?
No.
Text anybody?
No.
Did you stop by your dad's? Where's your dad live?
Curtis Road.
Or is it
Gainesville.
Right.
Curtis Road. Right about where the hour is.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay. And how close were
Yeah, Shelly, I'm not like, I don't like the idea of having cameras inside my home. You know what I mean? I don't mind having them on my property, like at the gates and stuff, but I don't want them inside my home because I feel like they could be hacked or just a number of security reasons, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I just, yeah, exactly. I don't like the fact that I would to think that I'm recording myself 24 hours a day and that like someone could access that. You know what I mean?
you to your dad's house?
Howell. That's as close as I got.
Oh, Howell
Oh,
Road.
really? Yeah.
All right.
Welcome in, Patricia. How's it going?
Were you going to go to your dad's?
No. That's,
You didn't think about it? Did you have the dog with you?
no.
No. What were you doing when you were driving around?
Just listening to music.
Okay. You didn't stop anywhere?
No. Just Planet Fitness.
Wilson's stop at Planet Fitness may have been an attempt at establishing an alibi. Because this was a spur-of-the-moment crime, it was poorly thought out, and still would have left plenty of time unaccounted for when he could have shot her before leaving the house.
All right. What time do you think you left home?
3:30, somewhere in that range. Probably close to a quarter after.
Quarter after 3?
Yeah.
And what time did you get back?
4:30-ish. Quarter to 5.
And you went in the same door that you came out?
Yeah.
Was it still locked?
When I came back, no.
The actual lock wasn't locked? No. And how do you lock the door?
Either with the key or manually.
So was it like a deadbolt? Or
No,
is it
just
in the
on
handle?
the handle.
On the handle.
Lock, yeah.
What's your mom's bedroom door?
Hey, Koi Boy BC, welcome in. He's still bullshitting. I feel like he's gonna crack though.
We're right there, buddy. I can guarantee you this, okay? I've heard worse. I have. And I was in your house today, this morning, okay? I just need to know from you why I was there today. Is that right?
He's shutting down now. Look, he put his face in his jacket. His arms are crossed. First he was open, a little more open. He was still closed, but he was looking at the cop. Now he's turned to a way where his facing the opposite direction, kind of. You know what I mean?
So you got home from work. What did you write after you got home from work?
Changed.
Okay, you changed your clothes. And what did you put on?
Street clothes.
Is it what you have on right now?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, pretty much. What did you have on that you don't have on now?
Well, I didn't have a t-shirt on when I was on PlayStation.
Okay. All right. So what happened after that?
Played for a couple hours.
Okay. What happened after that? I can see your lips moving. You're trying to say it. It's okay. You're in a safe place right here. What did you take from the house when you left? That's an easy question. You said you'd be honest with me.
He didn't cry for his mom one time, but he about to cry right now because he know he chopped cheese, man. He know that shit. Hey, Brian Dot, welcome to the chat. Appreciate you.
Stop the cap.
He gonna cry in the car.
What happened to that, Andrew?
No tears, bruh. He just getting red. He just getting redder and redder. He look like a tomato.
Was the cabinet locked? The gun cabinet, was it locked? Yeah. Was it unlocked? Where's the key to it? What's that?
Sitting on top of it.
Okay. It'll get easier once you start talking, Andrew. It will. You know she's sleeping because the door is shut. Okay? Do you open the door?
Yes.
Okay. Do you knock on the door? No? Okay. Is your mom... Where's your mom at?
On the bed.
On the bed? And is there anything on in the room?
No.
And you, by saying no, you mean like what?
The TV and the lights.
TV and the lights are off? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you open the door, you have to say it. What happens? You're doing fine. Take a second. Take a breath. What happened? Just say it. I know. That's not something you want to even think about. I know that. No. Where's that gun now? Is it in the house? Okay. Alright. You want to take a break? Alright, take a break. I'll be right back. What would you like? Downstairs. Okay. When you were in the room with your mom, how were you holding the gun?
To my side.
Okay. The whole time? No. At some point, did you reposition the gun?
Yes.
Is that yes?
Yes.
How did you do that?
We were just carrying it vertically to horizontally.
Carrying it vertically to horizontally?
Yes.
Alright. How? Can you show me?
So just holding it with one hand, held it to the side.
Okay.
He shot her with a shotgun, like a two-handed gun.
And where were you standing when you were holding it like that?
Next to it.
I can't hear you. Can you sit up for? I know it's tough. I know it is. I just can't hear you. Where were you standing?
Right next to the bed.
Okay. And where was your mom?
In the bed.
Okay, so you're facing her back? So she's laying on her side then?
Yes.
Okay. And what happens next?
I aim it.
What's that?
I aim it.
Okay. And when you say that, what, do you have to move the gun to aim it? How?
More towards her head.
Okay. Do you pick the gun up and look down sights or anything?
No.
You just move the barrel?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what? And what? That part's over.
D, you said you can't hear my mic? Are you guys having trouble when I speak? Let me know how the audio is. Welcome to the chat, Carolyn. How's it going, D?
What happens? What happens, Andrew? You only have to say it the one time. Does she wake up?
No.
And she's not facing you?
Mm-hmm.
What happens after you point the rifle at her head? What's next?
Pull the trigger.
I'm sorry.
Pull the trigger.
You pull the trigger? Then what happens?
And I left.
Okay. So you pull the trigger, and how does that gun operate?
It goes off.
Okay. Is it semi-automatic? Does the shell eject out of it?
Yes, use the bolt action.
Yeah, that's the bolt action.
Out.
Okay. Do you do that? No. Where's that gun now?
Hey, Lisa, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by.
Is it in the house? Okay. Alright. You want to take a break? Alright, take a break. I'll be right back. What would you like? Some more water or something?
Sure.
Alright. You have to use the restroom?
Hey, JT, well, I'm glad you found us. You know what I mean? Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, guys, if you haven't already. Looks like he's starting to confess to the murder. The cops getting him piece by piece to tell us about it. Looks like he went in there with a shotgun or a rifle and then aimed it to the back of his mom's head while she was sleeping. And then he shot her, unfortunately. The only time he showed any tears is when he realized he was caught. This kid needs to be locked up forever, bro. I know he's only 19, 18, 19 when this happened. But by the time he goes to court, he'll be 20. And I think he should get at least 50 years if they don't give him the chair. I'm not sure exactly where this was at. I'm not sure what state this was in.
I'll be right back, okay? Sorry. Can you grab that for me, please? Thank you. Relax for a minute, okay? You hungry or anything?
No.
Alright.
Patrice, yeah, you right, for sure. If he said it was bolt action, then yeah, it was the rifle. Oh, the McDonald's, my boy got... They always make me want McDonald's, bro. In Japan, they got a new Pokemon Happy Meal, bro. I can't wait till that shit comes to the States. It's going to go crazy. We're going to get so many videos of people fighting at fucking McDonald's and shit. It's going to be amazing for the channel. So I can't wait till America gets the Pokemon Happy Meal.
How you doing?
I think because she wouldn't let him keep a puppy, Lisa. I think this all started over him having to give away a puppy he tried to bring home.
Yeah. Did they expect it, huh? Not that hungry? Alright. We're here. You can keep eating. Is it okay if we go over a few things? All right. Car part's over. I just need to shore up a couple of little details. When you left the house, did you drive around like you said? In the same areas that you told me? Okay, did you take the gun with you? Mm-hmm. Yes? Okay. And where's that at?
Off of M52. Find that map again, probably.
Okay, I'll go get the map.
I don't know exactly what road it was.
Did you put it where you could go back and find it later?
Hey, what up, Joe? Welcome back.
Using Wilson's directions, the police were able to recover the weapon.
I mean, how did you get rid of it?
Off the road.
Alright. Did you get out of the car?
What?
Did you drove over there, did you get out of the car and take the gun with you? And place it someplace or no? Yeah, okay. What else is with the gun?
No.
Nothing else? Okay, what about clothing? Shoes? Anything else? Okay, did you ever take the shell out of the gun?
The empty one?
Yeah.
No.
No. How many shells does that hold?
It holds. Six.
6? Now, do they push down inside of it? Okay, just like a regular bolt action gun would. Did you load the whole thing? How many did you put in there?
Just one.
Just one? Okay, and
I don't even get why he went crazy. Somebody said that it definitely had to be something deeper because his dad already said that he would take the dog. His dad was supposed to come pick up that dog the next morning or the next afternoon or something. So it wasn't like the mom threw the puppy out the house right then and there or did nothing to the puppy. Like he literally just waited till she went to sleep and was like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot her. I don't know what his plan was past that because it doesn't seem like he had one, but I'm pretty sure that was his plan.
all right, let me go grab that map real quick. All right? Okay. How you doing? You doing okay? All right. I know. This is gonna take a long time. And it's taking a long time, right? I'm just kind of curious. After you left and you came back, or maybe even before, was there any? Did you have any idea of what you were going to do with your mom?
What do you mean?
I mean, were you going to do anything with her? Were you going to take her out of the house, or
No.
nothing like that? No. Did you think about it at all? No. Okay.
Wilson made no attempt to move his mother's body or alter the crime scene. The only evidence he removed was the gun.
You just decided I'm just going to call 911?
Well, that's what I was planning on.
Okay, so, I know there was a tarp in the back seat of your car.
Oh, that was from when I helped my brother move into his new place. It's been
No, man, this isn't like one of those cases where, like I told you, bro, like I really don't be giving people a pass on that mental health shit. Like, I mean, I know there is mental health and people really suffer from that. But it's like the boy who cried wolf. You know what I mean? Like, just because there was a boy who cried wolf doesn't mean there was a boy who really saw a wolf. There wasn't a boy who really saw a wolf. You know what I mean? So, like, I kind of take the mental cases case by case. I figure a lot of these suspects, and even they'll try to use like buzzwords like bipolar, schizophrenia, things like that. This kid has shown nothing. Like, he knows right from wrong. He tried to hide it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was, it's deeper than that, bro. It's more anger issues or like, I don't know. I can't even say his parents didn't love him. We don't know. Like someone said, there's just people you can't help. Like it's not a chemical imbalance. This person just is has like a lack of character. You know what I mean? Like lack of responsibility. Like really probably never had to work for anything in his life. Probably got a car when he was 16. You know what I mean? Never had to really do nothing.
Been there for like a month.
What's the target for?
We were gonna put it over furniture so they don't scratch each other.
And the first time his mom told him no, he shot her because she probably never told him no his whole life. Like literally it's main character syndrome. Like that's the fucking disorder. Main character syndrome, bro.
Yeah, where'd you get that one at? It was brand new.
Yeah, he bought it for moving in. We just never used it. And we kind of forgot about it.
Okay. And there was a receipt for tickets or something? Were you going someplace or a concert or?
Yes, Emmett, it was a 22. It was a rifle. I wasn't sure what caliber it was, but thank you for that fact or for that update. I believe you're right. A bolt action rifle definitely sounds like a 22.
Something like that?
Well, other people didn't have their credit card to pay for the concert, so they just used mine and then gave me cash.
What concert was that?
It's a rock concert. It's like 10 bands gonna be there.
When's that?
The 29th.
This one? No. All right. Just like I said, I'm just curious. You know, if you thought that far out, or did you have any thoughts about what was going to happen now? Before you got home? No. And did you ever go to Planet Fitness?
Yeah, I was actually planning on working out, but I didn't have my card.
Okay, that was after?
Yeah.
So you actually went to the parking lot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so after you left and you drove around and
Not in this case, Bill. I wouldn't use that term in this case. I mean, there's definitely cases where that applies, but I just think main character syndrome, bro. He was probably spoiled. I mean, you know what I mean? His mom said no, he fucking flipped. You know what I mean? He had anger issues as a kid. But the fact that he didn't just snap on her like during the argument or something lets me believe that like it wasn't like schizophrenia or bipolar that caused this. Like he literally hunted his mom basically. Like he waited, he chilled with her, had a regular conversation like, "Oh, I can't have the puppy. That's cool. My dad will take it." Waited till she went to sleep, then came upstairs and shot her. That's all premeditated, bro. And he definitely knows right from wrong because he started crying when he was confessing because he knew what he did was wrong. He wasn't crying because he was wrong. He was crying because he was caught. But that doesn't mean he didn't know the difference. You know what I mean?
you stashed the gun, then you went to Planet Fitness, or did you go home?
Planet Fitness.
And then you came home?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, just sit there. Like I said, it's going to take a while. You need anything?
Brought some water, actually.
I can some water. That's good. There you go. All right.
You're not going to eat the McDonald's, bro? This is going to be the last time you get to eat McDonald's. You about to be somebody's girlfriend, bro, real quick.
While Wilson was being interrogated, his father arrived at the station to give a statement. He tried to keep in regular contact with his son and was able to give the police insight into Wilson's history of mental health, as well as his current condition.
I don't know if they got into a quarrel or...
How's Andrew's relationship? Is he, having good relationship with mom?
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay.
He's been going, so the conversations her and I do have are about the kids. One, he seems like he's depressed. So we sent him to a therapist or counselor a couple years ago. He went through, he was diagnosed with stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma. Oh, yeah.
Is that cancer?
For cancer.
Pretty serious stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He instantly went through chemotherapy and then radiation. Lost all his hair. And,
Okay.
it's in remission. But he never seemed to have a toll mentally on him.
Okay.
He became a little more quiet, and we had him go to a therapist. It was her idea. A while after that, he went a couple times and seemed better, and then we recently made him go again because he didn't see well. So he started LCC last fall.
Okay.
His first year out of high school. Took 3 or 4 classes. Did real well. Got like 2 4 points and a 3 5.
Okay.
So signed up for classes in January. Next thing I know, he dropped them all. And then she immediately said he seemed depressed. So, we kind of made him as much as you can make a 19-year-old do
Right.
anything.
Right.
Go see a therapist again, and he only went once or twice, she said.
And that was
He did-
earlier this year?
It was probably, after he dropped out of classes.
Okay. So, early spring.
I'd say it was 2017.
Okay. All right.
But so he probably dropped classes in January, February.
Okay.
But you could tell he was depressed.
Okay.
I saw him a couple nights ago. I took him out to dinner. He was pretty quiet, but then by the end of the time we were done, we were eating dinner and stuff, he was talkative, and we were talking about the Tigers and
Okay.
a couple of things.
Do you know if he's taking any medication for any of the anxiety stuff or depression stuff? Or?
I don't.
See, I do believe the kid was depressed, but depression doesn't give you an excuse to shoot anybody. Like, I think we've all battled depression at some point or another in our life, whether we noticed it or not. But we didn't shoot nobody. And you can tell, like, his parents are paying for his school. They're letting him drop classes. They're letting him not go to therapy. It's super easy. Like, that's what I'm saying. This dad I'm not feeling this dad's parenting style. If I'm paying for your school, your car, your fucking home and board, your food, you got to do all that shit, bro. Or you got to get the fuck out and be homeless. It's that simple. Like, people won't put their kids out no more. When I was a kid, I wanted to be out of my house as fast as possible. I wanted to prove to my parents that I could take care of myself. You know what I mean? But the new generation, it's like they don't want to leave. They don't want to leave the house. You know what I mean? They don't want to try the real world. And if they don't, you have to make them, bro, because you're not going to be here forever. You're going to die. And they have to learn how to swim in the ocean, or they're going to fucking drown or do dumb shit like this.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. His mom was going to take him to our family doctor. I don't know if she ever did. Dr. Menard to put him on, an antidepressant.
Okay.
I don't know and I can't remember.
Well, I don't give a fuck. If my kid's 18, 19, and he's a fucking bum, I'm going to let him go be a bum for real. Figure out that when you're a bum, you don't get internet. You don't get Xbox. You're a bum. You live in a bush. You know what I mean? Like, people have no fucking idea of the real world anymore. It's like these people are being shielded, and then their parents die, and then they're fucking go crazy, or they go crazy before their parents even pass, because they see everyone passing them up. Enablers. You can't be enablers, bro.
Either he did see Dr. Menard, or didn't get the meds, or I don't know.
Okay.
We talked about it. I don't know if he ever got on.
Okay.
But he probably needed something.
Okay.
She was on antidepressants for a while, years ago. I mean, when we were still married.
Okay.
And hell, so was I for a little while.
Okay.
Probably
Was it
15 years ago or something.
Okay.
It was a long time ago.
Before kind of the divorce stuff started happening.
Yeah, way before.
Similar to hers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't real.
I don't think he put his son up to it, but he don't seem too distraught either. He's like, fuck it, that's my ex. Fuck it, I divorced her anyway. Like, that's the type of attitude he's got towards it, I'm feeling.
To the divorce at all.
Okay.
So I don't know if he ever got on or not, 'cause I can't remember.
Okay.
I can't remember. He may or may not be. If I had to guess, I'd say probably 60-70% chance he's not taking anything.
Okay.
But if you told me he said he was, I'd believe it.
Okay. All right. You had mentioned, or kind of said, I'm not sure if there was some sort of quarrel or something. Are you aware if they ever had any physical things like that? Okay.
Wilson's brother Michael had been told by several people about the emergency workers at his mother's house. When he contacted his father, he was told to come to the police station. After learning the devastating news, he added his own input about his brother.
What about Andrew? Is he get defensive or?
No, he defensive. I mean, not really. I never see him get too emotional ever.
Okay.
I mean, not since we were like little kids wrestling, just like any brothers do. That
Sure.
Like seeing him get super angry, like that never happens. But I mean,
No, Coy and Joe are right. Like, I don't know, anytime like I've ever felt depressed or down on myself, it really was just about me. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was all about me. I had no anger towards anyone else. I was disappointed in myself or upset with myself or something like that. I mean, definitely. Usually depression doesn't go outwards. Maybe you'll be short with people or maybe you'll be disengaged, but in terms of physically harming anyone or like most of that is centered on yourself. It's a way to beat yourself up because you feel like you've let yourself down. You know what I mean?
he seems kind of sad, like in the last year, because he's going to LCC his freshman year, and then they kind of.
What's up, Living Life? I want you to change your name to Living Single, man. Every time you come in, it makes me think of that.
I think he finished his fall semester, and then he was lying about going in the spring semester and lied about having a job at Jimmy John's, and I don't know if he must be depressed.
Okay.
I think my parents tried to get him to go to therapy, but since he's 18, he's a person that has to sign up. Like, they can't sign him up and force him to go. And I believe he went to one of the sessions, and then after that, just never called again. So, like, his emotions are right now, like the last year, pretty much been
Yeah, he did. This is his brother, though. Right now on screen, this is his brother.
non-existent. I would say, like, when I go over there to talk to him, he's always been super quiet and not talkative, but if I go over there and say, hey, Andrew, what's up? He's like, how you doing? Good. So it's like one-word answers. He never wants to have a conversation, it seems like.
And this has been going on for about a year?
Well, yeah, this would be about a year ago now is when he started college, so.
Okay.
Close to a year, I'd say.
Although Wilson's family petitioned for leniency in light of his mental health, the judge felt that the crime was serious enough to require a longer sentence. Andrew Wilson was found guilty of second-degree murder and sentenced to 17 years in prison. Hopefully you enjoyed.
Can't even sound the horn to that. I wanted him to do 25 to life. I wanted him to do 25 to life. That judge gave him privilege because of the family he came from. His dad probably like somebody in the town or something. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe he had connections or something. 17, bro. That shit was for sure premeditated. That should have been murder one. That should have been murder one. He gonna be like 38 when he get out. He gonna be my age. I don't even feel old. I feel like I'm just starting my prime right now. That's crazy, man. I didn't like that case.
Where'd you get all the money from, man?
Bags of cash seized in a South Carolina traffic stop.
You got money in every pocket, man.
Some of it didn't make it back to the evidence room. A Trooper of the Year under
Yo, what up, Paul? Welcome to the chat. Nice to see you, my union bros.
investigation.
So what do you think happened to the money?
Hope you've been catching the replays because I haven't seen you in the chat lately, Paul. I know you be working and stuff, though.
If John Holliday hadn't been drinking on the night of July 29th, 2021, he might have been alert enough to avoid the highway patrol roadblock. At the very least, he would not have aroused suspicion by smelling of alcohol. Unfortunately for him, Corporal James Welsh had a keen ability to detect drunk drivers. Welsh was SCHP's Trooper 1 Trooper of the Year for DUI arrests in 2015 and was awarded the patrol's Trooper of the Year honor again in 2019. He was a well-respected officer, known for doing things by the book and paying attention to detail. When Welsh asked Holliday to get out of his car, a second patrolman, Trooper Will Baker, walked Holliday to the front of Baker's car, a car with its dash camera rolling. The video showed Baker setting a red plastic cup on the front of the patrol car. When asked how much he had had to drink, Holliday admitted to drinking half the glass. As Baker arrested Holliday and read him his rights, Welsh got into Holliday's car to move it. Inside, he found a bag of marijuana edibles on the front seat and 2 bags of cash in the back. The surprises kept coming when they searched Holliday's pockets. Inside each one was a wad of cash, totaling around $6,000 to $8,000.
Good morning. Like I introduced myself outside, my name is Jacqueline Goss.
Oh, this dude stole that money. This cop stole that money. I already know. He stole the fucking money. You dumbass. You fucking dumbass.
I work with the state law enforcement
He just couldn't keep his hands off the money. He couldn't keep his little greasy hands off the money.
division. Today's date is August 9th.
Lysandra, welcome back. What's goody?
And it is 10:53. Got to go over some paperwork before we get started. I'm going to give you a form.
If he was gonna do some dumb shit like that, he should have just told dude like, hey, I know you drunk, turn his body camera off, right? And be like, hey bro, I know you drunk. I see that cash right there. Just give me the cash and I'll let you drive home. Like that would have been the way to do that, officer. Not fucking act like I'm gonna go by the book. I'm the best officer in the world. And then fucking steal his money, because now you about to get fired and he gonna sue the shit out of your police department. It's evident that guy has money. So however the fuck he obtained it or not, whether it was legal or illegal, he's gonna get a fucking lawyer, bro. He's got 10 grand on him. He's got more somewhere else, I promise you. You don't walk around with 10 grand if that's your only 10 grand. Or was it 8 grand? We're rounding up, fuck it. But still, you don't walk around with 8 grand in your pocket if that's the only 8 grand you have, bro.
And I will fill out the top portion. You'll see that there are boxes here on this form. I'm going to review this form with you. That is your form. On those boxes, as I read those statements there, just if you understand, put your initials in those boxes, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I understand this is an investigation to determine whether any criminal laws have been violated. I understand and acknowledge that this is not an internal and administrative or
Someone was talking about privilege. This man thought he had privilege. He thought he had privilege. He thought he had all the privileges. But little did he know, sometimes that shit don't work out, bro. Sometimes that shit don't work out. Sometimes someone above you is going to be like, no, bro, you fucked up. I don't care who you think you are. You fucked up.
Disciplinary inquiry. I understand and acknowledge that I have not been compelled or coerced to give a statement or answer any questions regarding this matter. I understand and acknowledge that my cooperation with this investigation is freely and voluntarily given. All right, and where it says signed, if you would please sign your name for me.
Hey, welcome to the chat, CB.
All right, and slide it back to me.
Hey, Miranda, how's it going? We're just starting a new case. I think this cop got caught stealing some guy's money who he arrested for DUI.
All right, if you would please tell me your first name
First name is James
and what's your middle name
Cameron
and last.
Welsh, W-E-L-S-H.
Do you go by, what do you go by?
Cam.
All right, Kim, what's your date of birth? And a good contact number for you?
8.
And what is your address?
Welsh was nervous and embarrassed. Being the subject of such an investigation is bad enough, but his attempt to cover up what may have been a mistake only made him look guilty. And we'll continue with the case from here. But first, a quick message from today's sponsor. I know many of you wish there was a better solution to paying off your debt. PDS Debt has customized 0% interest options for anyone struggling with credit cards, personal loans, collections, or medical bills. With rising interest rates and the cost of living at an all-time high.
Stranger stories, I feel you, but my guys aren't signing up for a payday cash loan.
Who are you currently employed with?
South Carolina Highway Patrol.
And how long have you been employed with HP?
June of 2014.
All right, and where are you currently assigned?
Troop 1, Post A. That's the Sumter office that covers Sumter and Clarendon County.
All right, obviously we're here in regards to a money count that resulted in there being some indiscrepancies based off of a count that took place and a count when it was taken to the bank. If you would, do you recall the night of the money seizure?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, and could you please review with me and tell me from start to finish what took place that evening?
Okay, so that night, I don't know an approximate time, me and my guys, we did a checkpoint on Pearson Road at Old Stone Road. We were there just a short time before a vehicle came through our checkpoint that I actually spoke with. The suspect's name is John Holliday. He had a strong odor of alcohol and marijuana coming out of the vehicle. He also had a cup sitting in his lap of alcohol. At that time, I flashed my flashlight at one of my guys to come. I got him out of the vehicle for him to come do a field sobriety test.
Who was the guy that you flashed the light at?
Trooper Will Baker, W.E. Baker. So as soon as safety frisk on him, Trooper Baker took control of the stop and began doing field sobriety tests. The car was still parked in the middle of the road, so I asked Mr. Holliday if I could move his vehicle, got permission from him. I moved it to the shoulder of the road, kind of like a little dirt lane that was right there in the crossroads. And at that time when I was moving the car in plain view, in the passenger seat I could see a plastic bag, kind of like a dark colored grocery bag type thing, with edibles in it. You could see they were individually packaged edibles. I don't know how many, can't remember how many it was, but it was a lot of them. So between that, the alcohol, and seeing the edibles, that gave us, probable cause to search the vehicle.
Oh shit, my bad, guys.
Trooper Baker would.
Let me get this fixed. Ugh. Hold on, I'm just fixing the audio. My bad, guys.
Was doing field sobriety. I had another trooper that was still conducting the safety checkpoint. We were all in proximity of each other, within 15, 20 foot of each other.
Who was the other trooper?
Z.G. Reichard. Last name is R-I-C-K-A-R-D.
You know his first name?
Zachary.
Okay. All right, so Zach's still over there doing a checkpoint?
Yeah, Zach's still over there doing a checkpoint, still talking with some cars. And so at that point,
Hey, do you guys put sugar on your popcorn? That shit's so good to me. Put sugar on your popcorn, bro.
And I just kind of glanced over the vehicle as I was getting out. Could see in the back seat 2 large bags, so I figured, got a big bag of dope here, there might be 2 more big bags of dope. So I opened the back door. As soon as I looked in, I grabbed the first brown bag out and stuck it on the trunk of the car, and that's when I noticed it was full of money. I then looked at the second bag, which was a Super Mario Kart bag, and it was unzipped, just sitting there open. Looked in it, it had money. At that time, I radioed to Trooper Baker to go ahead and place Mr. Holliday under arrest, just cease his field sobriety test. That we had bigger issues going on than DUI. And at that point, he went ahead and arrested him, read him his rights, put him in his car. Trooper Baker brought his car over to behind the suspect vehicle. At that time, we didn't touch anything, didn't touch the money, didn't touch the drugs anymore. Actually this time I notified Sumter County's narcotics via the radio. I called them over the radio, and they had 2 units that were on duty.
Troopers worked to get Drug Enforcement Administration agents to the scene, but said the DEA could not respond. The patrol later confirmed the DEA.
Hell no, not on my popcorn. I put hot sauce on a lot of stuff, but not popcorn. My stepmom used to put Tabasco on her popcorn. That shit used to make me want to throw up.
Adopted the currency in drug investigation regarding Holliday. The patrolman called the Sumter County Sheriff's drug team to the scene to talk to Holliday.
And they responded, actually 3 of them responded out.
Switch, you cracking me up.
We sat there, kind of went back and forth. I offered them the case, told them, I said, hey, this is a local guy. He's got drugs, large sum of money. Y'all can work this better than we can. And he made some phone calls and then told me that they couldn't take it.
Who's he?
Deputy Graham. Simeon Graham.
Miranda, what's your favorite kind of hot sauce? My favorite kind is Tapatio.
Do you by chance know how to spell his first name?
I don't. I know it's S-E-Y.
And great.
I think.
So Simeon Graham was one of the Sumter County narcotics?
He is. He would have been the lead guy, the more senior guy. The other 2 were fairly new.
Do you know who the other 2 were?
I do. They were Brooke Bird, female, and Jeremy Shirley.
All right.
So after talking with them, they wanted to take it. I think they called their higher ups, and they didn't want to mess with it. So that's when I started making my chain of command notifications. The on-call lieutenant was Lieutenant T. Alford, Teresa Alford. That is who I called. That is A-L-F-O-R-D.
Okay.
Called her, spoke with her, told her what we had, and she said I brought up the DEA. I said, do we have any contacts with the DEA through our criminal interdiction guys? So she started making phone calls with that, and then I got a few phone calls from one of our CIU guys, and then Corporal Nix called me, and he told me, he said,
she ain't asked you about none of that shit. She said there was a miscount on the money, basically alluding that some of this money was missing that they see you on camera grabbing. You sitting there talking about all these other officers, bro.
just gather the money up, transport it from that location to your office that I was en route to your office to take possession of.
So Lieutenant Alford brought up notifying DEA?
I brought it up to her.
Okay.
And just
She's sitting under the camera. You can't see her.
honestly just trying, because I know the DEA, I've worked with them before, and they'll come out and seize everything, take over the whole case, and be done with it.
And she made phone calls?
She did. Yep. And also sent me numbers of people to call. I can't remember who they were, but I know everybody I tried calling wouldn't answer. I actually contacted a captain with Clarendon's narcotics unit.
And who's that?
Matt Kennedy. So I called him just to see if he had a...
Hey, Robin, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you joining the gang. So bro was doing his hardest to have this dude locked up for something more than that DUI, bro. He's sitting here calling narcotics units and shit just because he had weed and money. That don't mean he's a drug dealer. I'm not saying he's not a drug dealer. But nothing you saw in his house, in his car, would allow you to fucking investigate him for being a drug dealer, bro. He didn't have baggies. He didn't have fucking intentional to sell. Like, he had edibles that he was eating, and he had money that he was spending. None of that says he's a fucking drug lord.
Contact that
He stole that money and was trying to keep that dude in jail for the longest.
he knew that I could call that night, and the one that he gave me didn't answer. But then I guess the DEA got back in touch with Highway Patrol, my command staff, because they took the case. They just said they would just get the evidence from CEF.
And CEF means what?
Central Evidence Facility.
All right.
That's who Matt works for, or Corporal Nix.
All right, so Corporal Nix calls you.
He calls me, yes ma'am.
And then what does he tell you?
He told me to gather up everything in my car and take it to the Post A offices in Sumter.
Okay.
That he'd be en route to it.
You said that's Post A?
Yep, Troop 1, Post A. Do you need the address for that?
If you know it, that'd be great.
It's
Okay.
520 South Pike, Pike, East, in Sumter, 29150.
All right.
So
What items did you gather up?
I gathered drugs, that bag of marijuana edibles, 2 large bags of currency, and he had loose money that was in his center console, a decent amount. Nothing like what was in the bags. I took an evidence bag out of the trunk of my car on camera. Well, here, let's go. Let's back up a little bit. So, Trooper Baker's car. I'm just trying to so you can look at this on video.
You're fine.
Yeah, Trooper Baker's car was behind the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
He went ahead. I instructed him to go ahead and get this guy to the jail.
While this was happening, the narcotic agents were talking to Holliday, who had told him that he had information about the money that he wouldn't be able to give them if it was discovered that he had been arrested. They managed to get Holliday to admit he was moving the money for someone else.
Go ahead and get him booked in. So as soon as he did that, I went and got in my car, and with my in-car camera going, as he's leaving, I pull my car in. That way, camera's always on the car.
All right, so after Baker left, you pulled up behind
My
the suspect.
camera's activated with everything going. So that's when we loaded the evidence. So all of that was on camera.
He told Baker to leave so he could pocket that shit. That's why he was like, get him out of here, take him real fast. So that the guy didn't see him steal his money and that Baker couldn't confirm what the money amount was.
Okay.
I took the money out in the center console, stuck in a sealed evidence bag, sealed it, and all of that went in my rear driver's passenger seat. Or, I'm sorry, rear driver's seat, like behind the driver's seat. And I did have my camera, we have in-car cameras, I had that activated too, the entirety.
All right, so the edibles, what kind of bag were they in?
They were in a big plastic bag, but then they were individually packaged inside of it. It was black packaging. They didn't have any writing on them, no nothing.
The plastic bag that they were inside, what color was that plastic bag?
It was dark colored, I think.
Okay. All right, and then you said you had 2 large bags of money.
Mm-hmm.
One bag was in you said a Mario Kart bag.
Like a book bag.
Okay.
It looked like a book bag, like a child's book bag.
All right, and then you said the first bag of money you grabbed.
So just best way to describe that is a to-go bag from Olive Garden. You know, the big brown kind of rectangular bags.
Right. Did it have Olive Garden on it, or is that just?
I don't know. No, it didn't. I was just using that. That's the first thing that popped in mind when the lieutenant asked me what kind of bag it was when she was writing down details.
So it was a brown paper bag.
Brown paper bag.
Okay. All right. So you took the drugs, the 2 large bags of money. You took the Mario Kart bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the loose currency you found in the center console, you already bagged that up, put it in an evidence bag, and sealed it.
Sealed it, and it went in the back of my car.
Okay. So then you leave from your checkpoint?
Leave from the checkpoint.
Where do you go?
So I notify dispatch that I'm leaving, give them my mileage, I transport the money. Do you need a turn by turn?
No, just you left.
Okay.
You left from your checkpoint and you went where?
Went to the post A office. Straight to the post A office without stopping.
All right. When you get to post A office, who's there?
Nobody's there. I'm the first one to get there. As soon as I get there, I take all the money, all the evidence, and I get straight inside. And then Corporal Nix arrived a short time later. I don't know an exact time, but it wasn't long at all.
Hey, Robin, welcome to the chat.
During the drive, Welsh turned his in-car camera on himself, making sure he video recorded his trip while he was alone with the evidence. Baker called Welsh and told him to keep the money in an evidence bag and to ensure.
Hey, Melissa, welcome to the chat. Appreciate that subscription. Guys, we're on the road to 10K subs. We're approaching 4,000 now. So if you guys can definitely smack that subscription button, man, it'll help us out.
Sure he kept his camera on. Neither officer had ever dealt with seizing.
But I got a question. All you guys that watch and aren't subbed, why you like that? Are you like afraid of commitment or something? Go ahead and hit that button, man. You know you're going to be back. You know you're going to be back. Just hit the button so YouTube can tell you when we go live.
Such a large sum of money.
So you grabbed all the items that you had loaded up.
Well,
Drugs, 2 bags, and at least you thought. We'll get there. Okay. So you take it all inside.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do with it once you got inside?
Sat it on the kiosk. So we have our office is pretty big and it has a big kiosk. It has files and has a little countertop. Sat it right there.
All right. And then Corporal Nix gets there?
Yeah, he
Was
walked.
Corporal Nix
That's funny, Josh. You funny dude.
the first person to get there?
Yes.
All right.
Right after me.
All right. So, continue.
So as soon as Corporal Nix gets there, then we start kind of going through the money, looking through it, just kind of talking about what all we had, some details and stuff of it. It wasn't long after that, Trooper Baker arrived, and then Riker pulled up right after that. I mean, they were pretty much back to back. And from that point, we took all of the money. Of course, we had to stack it up and take a picture.
Okay.
Okay. Had to take a little trophy picture.
Who took the picture?
I took one, and I think the boys took one too.
Who?
With the number on my tally sheet, and that's when Nix went back through and counted everything.
Shell, I appreciate you. I commit myself to you guys every day, man. We do this twice a day, every day. So if you like true crime and you like comedy and you like talking about life experiences and interacting with the chat, then we're the place to be.
Everything, and we agreed on a number. I think the initial number that he did was off from ours because I don't think he counted. I don't think he saw the table behind him. Because you had the big kiosk right there in the middle, then we got some computer tables actually about the size of this.
Juliet, welcome to the chat. I'm not a barber nor a reporter. I'm a YouTuber.
But it doesn't have computers on it. And we put our excess over there, so I think when we went back and counted that, we all came up
Josh, man, thank you for that subscription, man. We appreciate you a whole bunch.
with that 110 and some change.
Was there any other point that y'all had counted and the numbers were not accurate? Was that the only time that y'all counted?
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Nothing was?
Yeah.
And then once Nix went back and counted the excess that was on the other table.
Mm-hmm. I guess that's what he was did at this time. So as soon as I finished and we got all of that tallied up, and I got my tally stuff done, I mean, he was way behind us because he was one person doing it and we were 3 people doing it. So we got through our first count a lot faster than he could. So as soon as that happened, I went and sat at the desk with Baker and helped him with his report. I actually wrote a lot of the narrative in that report because it was the DUI report, seizure, drugs, everything. So I was sitting with him getting all that straight while Nix was getting his final count. So I really wasn't paying too much attention.
His hairline? Why is his hairline bothering you? My boy, you think it's painted on or something? we be roasting hairlines. He just got the typical aging hairline, you know, kind of like
what Nix was doing at the time, you know, when he was counting. We were just all trying to be very quiet so we didn't mess up a count.
When y'all were counting the 20s, you already said that nobody went back behind and counted the 50 stacks.
No, ma'am.
Do you remember what your final total of $20 bills were?
I don't.
Okay.
I know it was over $80,000 in 20s. I do remember that, if I'm not mistaken, but I'd have to look back at my tally sheet to get that.
That's okay. So as you're going through, you're counting these bills. The numbers that you tallied up on your sheet, were those numbers that you specifically counted yourself, or were those just numbers specifically that were given to you by the troopers?
That was collectively.
Okay.
Yep. On our tally sheet.
Okay, Cheryl, I see you. I like that. That's a good joke.
We all three counted that sum of money.
But nobody did a recount behind anybody.
Johnny 5, you already know. If it don't apply, let it fly.
All right. So once you finished filling out, you helped Baker with the report. What else did you do?
So as soon as that report was a big deal because everything's electronic now. We don't do chain of custodies like handwritten anymore, so that had to be done before Matt or any of us could leave. So as soon as we got that done, then I called Sergeant DeBose. That's Jennifer.
No, my boy ain't getting no lineups, bro. That's just the regular white guy receding hairline, you know, kind of like our guy.
Page DeBose.
Counting the money took most of the night. By the time they were done, it was nearly 3 in the morning.
Woke her up because she's the evidence custodian. So I had to get her to, so when we submitted it, transfers it to post-haste evidence, which is she's in control of. Then she had to, I don't know much about the process. I guess she has to release it to CEF or send it to CEF so Matt could get a hold of that chain of custody. I don't know much about that. We just started this stuff.
That's fine. All you know is you call Sergeant Paige DeBose.
Sergeant DeBose, yep.
And she's the evidence custodian.
That's right.
Is she the evidence custodian for your troop?
For just my office.
Just your office.
Now, her and the first sergeant. We have 2 at each office, but she's primary.
All right. So once she had everything handled on her end.
And hers was just a click of a mouse.
Okay. And then what'd you do?
We sat there. We talked for a few minutes or whatever while Matt was loading up the money, and we all left.
All right. So how did Matt load up the money? Did he put it in any kind of bags?
I know he put it because I had initially thrown that brown bag away.
I'm trying to say Nick stole this money. Bro trying to say Matt stole this money. Bro, you stole this money. That's why your dumb ass is in here. They're not in here. Your dumb ass is in here. Look around. Who's in this office with you?
That it came in, and he didn't really have bags big enough for it to go in. I remember him saying that. So we grabbed that bag out of the trash can. I know he put it back in that, but I can't remember if he put it in. I think he did put it in evidence bags. I'm pretty sure he did put it in evidence bags, but he used that brown bag to kind of tote it on.
All right. So what? Do you remember seeing him put it in evidence bags, or do you just think he put it in evidence bags? And if you don't remember, you don't remember.
I remember him having evidence bags, and I remember him asking me if I had big evidence bags, because I know he didn't have anything big enough, like huge ones. So I looked in the kiosk where we keep them and showed him. I said, "This is the biggest we got," and that's all he had. So
did you give him any of those evidence bags?
No,
He already had some?
He already had some identical to it. So he may have packed it all, and I think he did. I'm pretty sure he just did a bunch of small ones. I'm almost positive he did.
Do you recall if he took photographs of the bags of evidence with the money in them? But you do remember he put the money that you had brought in and counted out into that brown paper to-go bag.
Yeah, I know he used that. And I am 99% sure that he put it in evidence bags. He was just looking for a bigger one, that way he could stick it all in there.
No, they didn't say. They didn't say. Did they say he had 8K or 80K though? I missed that. I know they said they found 6 to 8,000 on his person, so he had about 80,000 total. Is that what they said?
Right. Instead of using separate ones.
All right, so what happened after that?
Well, a little bit ahead of that to get back to the drugs.
Hey, Juliet, shout out California. I'm like 2 hours away from LA.
Drugs were put, he didn't take those. They stayed at our office. They were put in the evidence locker.
Okay.
Like I said, after that was all over, we talked for a few minutes or whatever. We were all tired, about to fall asleep. I was supposed to get off at midnight. I was
You're in Ireland? Shout out Ireland.
working a split shift, and this was early in the morning.
What's your split shift? What hours does that?
12 to 12. I was doing a background investigation on a new hire, so they moved me from 6 to 6 to 12 to 12, so I could be out during the daytime to make phone calls to
Yeah, shout out St. Louis, man. Shout out St. Louis.
employers and stuff.
Right.
But like I said, we talked for a minute and we all cleared up. I'm pretty sure Baker and Reichard left right with us too.
All right, so next, Matthew took the.
So I was scared. The following day, I called my stepdad, who's the sheriff of Clarendon County. I always call him for advice and stuff, and we sat there and talked about it, and he told me, he said, just call Paige, get this straight, But it was later on that evening when I talked to him, and so I said, well, I'm working tomorrow. I said, I'll go in before work, and I'm gonna call Paige and go by and see her and figure out what the best way to.
And shout out, what was that, the Humpback State? Shout out Mississippi. Thomas, welcome in.
Get this turned in with the least amount of damage to me, and I'll try to get this figured out. Well, didn't have time because this would be the 3rd. That morning, I got up, had to go do a small little job. I have a plumbing and home repair business. I'm a contractor, so I had to run into town, take care of something. It took about 30 minutes, and I was gonna go home and go back to sleep. Well, anyway, when I was on my way home that morning, Nick's called me, and he told me that they were missing $3,000 or over $3,000.
On August 3rd, a patrolman in the forfeiture division took the money to the bank to be counted and to have a cashier's check made out to the federal government. After 3 separate counts using automated currency counting machines, the bank found a $3,140 discrepancy between what the troopers and Nix claimed on their tally sheet and the amount that truly existed. The night before, Welsh said he went into his patrol car and found some of the evidence he took from the car at the roadblock lying in the back seat of his car. Welsh said he moved a briefcase he keeps in the rear passenger floorboard and found that clear plastic evidence bag he used to seal the money he found in Holiday's console. Welsh panicked, knowing that this could be a career-ending mistake. He did nothing that day, still numb from the shock. The following day, Welsh called his stepfather, who was also the sheriff of Clarendon County. His stepfather advised him to inform his superior right away to explain what happened. Welsh did not follow this advice.
From the final count, or they took the money to the bank, and the bank says it.
This was not no mistake, bro. That's a fucking lie. His dad was a sheriff and shit. Nah, his dad tried to give him the way out. He was like, look, he probably told his dad, hey man, I grabbed like $3 grand off this arrest today. And his dad was like, you dumbass, you better turn that shit in and tell him it was a mistake. And he was like, all right, for sure. But really, he thought he had got away with it.
It was on like 107, something like that, and we counted like 110. Told him, I said, dude, I don't know, have a clue what's
What up, John? Shout out Orange County, man.
going on with that. I said, but I just went ahead and told him then. I said, listen, I found an evidence bag of money in my car. I said, it's not $3,000. I said, so it has, and it wasn't even
The Stylist Studio. Shout out Cincinnati.
counted. This fell in between the briefcase and my back seat. I said, so it has nothing to do with the missing money. I said, but tell me what I need to do to get this turned into evidence. Nick's told me then that I needed to contact my chain of command, which I did. I called Sergeant DeVos. Then I called Lieutenant Dan back, and
Dan back.
D-A-N-B-A-C-K.
Do you know Lieutenant Dan Back's first name?
Mark.
Okay.
Yep. So then I called them. I was already getting dressed because Matt told me, he said, just come on up to Central Evidence. And so I was en route to Central Evidence, went ahead and got dressed because I had to work that night anyway. And spoke with Dan Back and all them. I got to Central Evidence, talked with Matt. Matt told me that I needed to go to Troop 1 headquarters and turn the evidence in over there. So I went over there, turned the evidence into Lieutenant Dan Back and Captain Chris Shelton, SHELTON.
Okay.
They counted it. It came up to be over $800.
Dan Back and Shelton counted the money?
They did, in front of me. It was $894. After that, we also sat around and waited a
I think he stole like 3,000.
while, and then
I think 3,400. They said
Major Patterson,
that's what was missing at the bank.
that's Everett Patterson, showed up and gave Lieutenant Shelton, or Captain Shelton, a piece of paper, and he read it to me and notified me that I was suspended. And Dan Back took me home.
You said Chris Shelton's the
Mhm.
major?
Chris Shelton is the captain.
Captain.
The major is Everett Patterson, EVERICK Patterson.
And so Shelton's the one that reviewed the paperwork with you and told you?
Thank you, Brian. Yeah, it was 3147 that was missing. So I'm assuming that's what he took.
Shelton and Dan Back. Well, no, the suspension, I guess Patterson gave it to Shelton. Shelton read it to me since he's my captain.
And what did your suspension include?
It was suspended until further notice.
Are you getting paid?
No, I'm not. And I lose everything on the 16th.
What do you mean you lose everything on the
Like
16th?
my insurance. I'm hoping that they'll let me pay it. Just pay it fully myself.
And why are you so
Hell no. You ain't a employee of the state no more, bro. You don't get state insurance.
concerned about losing your insurance on the 16th?
I'm having a baby a few days after that. My wife is like 38 and a half, almost 39 weeks pregnant.
He for sure stole that money. His little contractor business going under, his wife pregnant. He needed more money. He saw the dude in the car, like, got jealous. Why he got all this money? I'm just gonna take a few dollars. Nobody's gonna notice.
All right. And I noticed you were kind of looking at something over there. What is that you have?
Well, I didn't refer to this any while I was answering your questions. The only thing I referred to was that money amount, but this is a timeline that I typed up this weekend just to make it easier for you.
Okay.
Pretty much what we just ran through. Everything that we just ran through is verbatim on this. That is everything that happened, every name, every person I talked to.
Is that my copy?
That is your copy.
How many sheets are there? One or two?
Two.
Okay. If you would, at the bottom right, if you would just sign and date.
Most of these interrogation videos are on the Stranger Stories channel. This one's called What a 9 IQ Cop Looks Like.
That you're giving me those copies.
Okay.
Please. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through everything that we just discussed, and then we'll get to the timeline. Okay. Just so I make sure I don't have any questions on there. Y'all are conducting a license checkpoint
Safety checkpoint.
at Pearson and Old Stone in Sumter.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember the day?
That was the 29th.
It was a typical checkpoint the department set up periodically that usually netted them several speeding tickets and the occasional DUI.
It was before midnight, so it was still the 29th.
Okay.
That Thursday.
It was you, Trooper Will Baker, Trooper Zach Reichard. Were there any other individuals there?
No, ma'am.
Any deputies?
Nothing.
Okay.
Just us.
Just you three?
Just us three.
Okay. Vehicle came through. You actually made contact with this vehicle. Do you remember what kind of vehicle it was? If not, it's no big
It
deal.
was small. It was a small. I know it was a stick shift.
Okay.
I do remember that. Volvo, Audi,
Okay.
something like that. It wasn't an American car.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You made contact with the driver, and you remembered his name, Mr. Holiday.
Yep, Mr. Holiday.
Had suspicions of he was DUI. You flashed your light to Trooper Will Baker to kind of indicate to him, hey, step over here.
Step over.
You explained to him you smell alcohol. You had Mr. Holiday step out of the vehicle, and then Trooper Baker began doing standard field sobriety tests.
He did.
As he was doing this field sobriety test, you asked Mr. Holiday if it was okay for you to move his vehicle
Out of the roadway.
roadway. You made note that he had a cup in his lap
Yep.
when you made contact with him.
Just curious, is he gonna go to jail? Like, do cops just get fired, or do they get to go to jail too?
He sure did.
What kind of cup was that?
It was a solo cup, and it was given to Trooper Baker,
All
if
right.
I'm not mistaken.
Who was it given to Trooper Baker by?
I think I may have. I'm pretty sure I did, because he had it in his lap. I noticed as he was pulling up, he sat it in the floorboard right there. I'm almost positive I gave it to Baker so he could put it on camera.
Did you ask Mr. Holiday what was in his cup?
I did.
Did you look inside the cup?
It had a brown substance.
Okay.
I didn't taste test.
Right. So you just remember he did have a cup and it was a brown
It
substance.
smelled strongly of alcoholic beverage.
Okay. You get inside the vehicle and you move the vehicle to the shoulder of the road. You said in plain view you saw a dark colored plastic bag that you could see the contents of that bag. You didn't have to manipulate the bag in any way, shape, or form.
No.
There were plastic
I did open it a little. I mean, I could see it.
Once you saw what
And
was
once I saw
inside.
it, I opened it a little bit more because it was loosely tied at the top. But you know, a grocery bag when they're just looped, you can see everything in them.
You said that they were edibles. Can you describe to me the edibles?
Yes, they look like gummy worms, and I don't know what they're called, but they look like little flat sticks that you eat,
Okay.
like little gummy sticks.
Do you know how many bags were there?
I don't recall. That was a lot.
All right. And what made you think it was illegal to have those?
Just through my past training, it's becoming more popular and popular to have THC edibles. A lot of the ones that we see that are really just CBD edibles and stuff that really aren't illegal, they have writing all over them really to appeal to the younger crowd and stuff. These were black. They were black packaging. The very front of them was just a clear area so you could see what was inside of them. No writing, no nothing on them.
All right. So you moved the vehicle over to the side,
Hey, Brandon, welcome back, my boy.
and you kind of look over your shoulder and you see a Mario Kart book bag.
Well, this was after I gotten out of the vehicle.
Okay.
So saw all of this. Vehicle's kind of tight. I wasn't spending too much
Right.
in it. So saw that right there. As soon as I parked, put the emergency brake on. And as I'm getting out, I'm kind of sitting with my hands on the center console, grabbing the drugs. And I do glance in the back seat and I see 2 big bags. I'm like, got more dope.
Right. So then you open the back door,
And boom,
and the first bag you grab is the
brown bag,
brown paper bag,
brown paper bag.
and you noticed there were large amount of currency inside.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you grab the Mario Kart book bag.
Mhm.
You said it looked like a child's book bag,
A
right?
kid's, but it was a child's book bag.
And it was actually unzipped.
The top was unzipped.
And you saw there was a large amount of currency in there as
Yes,
well.
ma'am.
You told Baker over the radio,
I
or
did.
just verbally?
No. He's wearing an earpiece, so I knew that this guy wouldn't hear it and freak out. I told him over the radio to 1067.
Okay. Obviously, you got with Baker to kind of let him know, hey, this is why.
After he put him in cuffs,
Uh-huh. So, why was he placed under arrest?
So at that point, he was going to jail for DUI, but they hadn't made it to that point for the arrest for that. But with me seeing the drugs and the amount of currency and my prior knowledge of distribution, PWID, and with having that amount of currency, he was...
Court records show only 2 charges against Holiday from that night: driving under the influence and manufacturing, possessing drugs intending to distribute. The Holiday arrest warrant shows the July 2021 charge is his third or subsequent offense. The Sumter County Sheriff's Office filed none of the charges. Holiday also has not been indicted, and both charges are listed as pending in Sumter County.
It was death.
Yeah, bro. Like I didn't hear him say he had like a whole bunch of gummies. He said he had 2 packs of gummies. That's not, even if they were homemade edibles, that's not enough for the intent to distribute. They need to find like a whole bunch and like baggies or like a scale. Like there has to be a reason for them to say that. They just can't find you with a whole bunch of shit and be like, oh, he intended to sell it. Because you could just say, bro, that's my personal use. You know what I mean? That's for me. Yeah, I was DUI and I did that, but that's my money too. You know what I mean? I don't think the government just has the authority to seize your money like that. Or they shouldn't, at least.
Definitely he was going to jail. He was going to at least be charged with it.
So were cuffs initially placed on him for possession with intent to distribute, or was it for DUI?
We'll say it's about the same time.
Okay.
Because I mean,
and that's just for clarity purposes.
Yeah, because I talked with Trooper Baker. I said, hey, you know, after it was all kind of done, I said, hey, did you get? Because I didn't pay attention to him. I said, did you get through enough tests, you know, to get the DUI? He said, yeah, we didn't quite finish everything, but he's definitely impaired.
All right.
So.
Okay, so he's placed under arrest. Trooper Baker first pulls his vehicle up behind.
Yes.
The suspect's vehicle?
With the suspect in this passenger seat.
Okay. And then he decides to transport the individual.
I advise him to go ahead and clear and go to the jail. And this is after Sumter County's arrived. Sumter County's already there. We talk, you know, go through all that. Sumter County even talks to the suspect a little bit. I even talked to him a little bit. He'd already been.
For no reason? Like, they can seize your money for no reason? I can see this guy was like in a DUI and shit, so whatever. But like, let's just say you got $5,000 in your pocket and you jaywalk. The police can take your $5,000? That's crazy.
Read his rights, because initially he told me he didn't want to talk to me. And I said, fine, I didn't ask him any other questions. And then later on he wanted to talk because he actually made a comment. I asked him, I said, are you in the game? You know, what's the deal with this money? And I said, I know what these edibles are. He said, I'm in it a little bit, you know, in the game a little bit, but not too big. I said, well, how much money is it? Because when I told the county and told command when I made notification, I said, it's probably $200,000+. Because I didn't see all the 20s and 1s and small bills. All I saw was stacks of hundreds, right, from what I thought. And he told me, he said it's probably only $70,000, maybe $80,000 there. So he didn't make that comment. But that's about all the talking I did to him. I didn't talk to him much. He kept making a statement to me like his name can't get out. And I said, I don't have any control over that. I said, you got to go to jail tonight.
Right.
So, but I didn't talk to him much. Like I said, the narcotics guys from Sumter spoke to him a little bit, but I wasn't over there for that.
That's okay. Yeah, whatever you can attest to.
Mm-hmm.
So the Sumter guys, you talked to him, you Mirandized him. He said he didn't want.
Trooper Baker Mirandized him.
Okay, Trooper Baker Mirandized him. He said he didn't want to talk. Later on, the Sumter guys talked to him, and he made the statement that he suspected there was probably $70,000 to $80,000 there. Trooper Baker was then informed, hey, go on and transfer him to the jail, put him on the breathalyzer.
Get him on the DA.
You pulled your vehicle up behind the suspect's vehicle
as soon as
with your camera running inside your vehicle. What was Trooper Reichert doing?
Trooper Reichert, I was just kind of standing around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did y'all call a tow truck for Mr. Holliday's vehicle?
Trooper Reichert, when I gathered all the money and stuff, and I did photograph, so I did take pictures of the money and everything in the car before I took it.
On scene?
On scene, yes ma'am. So I did leave that out, I'm sorry.
It's okay, where are those photographs at now?
They were on my work phone, but I've sent them to this phone also.
Welsh made an additional move that made the investigators look at him more suspiciously. On August 4th, he factory reset his department-issued phone before turning it in. He claimed This was because he had personal numbers stored in his contacts and wanted to remove them. But this could have been done without resetting the phone. He also sent the evidence photos to his personal phone, which went against department policy.
All right.
Brian was fucking up each and every way. I think he deleted his phone or recovered it because he probably had text with his dad or his stepdad, whoever the fuck he told he stole that money. But that don't matter. Like, I'm pretty sure the cops could get that shit back if they wanted. They could reset it back to where it was or pull out the cache data files and figure out what all was deleted and shit.
I can get you those pictures.
So those were prior to you removing anything from the vehicle, you took pictures?
Prior to me collecting it, because you know when I first searched it, I put the evidence on, I'm pretty sure the edibles I put on the roof, and the money I put on the trunk deck. So once I got to that point, I seized everything. You know, like I said, hoping Sumter County would take it. I didn't want to mess with it. If they wanted to take it, I didn't want to do anything with their evidence.
So you didn't take pictures of where the gummies were or the money was inside the vehicle. You just took a picture of it once you had placed it on the exterior of the vehicle.
I don't remember.
That's all right.
We can verify
yeah,
that.
We'll check that. All right, so photographs were taken. Reichard stays with the vehicle for the tow truck.
Yep.
And then you notified Lieutenant Teresa Alford.
Mm-hmm.
Started talking to her. You brought, hey, because there's a large amount of money here, suspected to be close to 200,000.
I told them 200 or better.
You indicated, hey, might want to call DEA. Phone call started rolling. Captain Matthew Kennedy. Did you talk to him?
I talked to him on the phone. I did. I called him on the phone because, see, he has nothing to do with the case. He's just a good friend of mine that has been in this for a long time.
And he's with Clarendon, right?
He's with Clarendon. And so I called him just to see if he had some friends, some contacts with the DEA that he could put me in touch with.
Was he able to put you in contact? Nobody
answered the phone. They were in the middle of another seizure. I found out later they were in the middle of another seizure. That's why they couldn't respond that night.
All right. So then later you get a call from Corporal Nix, Matthew Nix.
Like almost like while I was on scene immediately.
So while you're still out there at Pearson and Old Stone.
That's right.
He tells you, gather up your things, meet me at Post A. And that's at the Sumter office, 520 South Pike East, right? All right. So you place everything in your vehicle. You said you had found some money in the center console.
Yep.
Did Mr. Holliday have any money on him?
He did.
All right. What happened to the money that was on Mr. Holliday?
I didn't tell you that. All right. So, did I?
No.
Yes, I'm there. So anyway, when I was en route to the Sumter office with the money, Trooper Baker called me. He was already at the jail. He said, "Hey, Corporal, he's got a good sum of money on his person. What do I do with it?" I advised him to seize it. I said, go to your car, get an evidence bag, and go back in the jail, place it in a sealed evidence bag in the jail, and then make sure your camera's running, call out your mileage. When you leave the jail, come straight to the office. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry I left that out.
That's why we like to go over things, to make sure. And obviously, it'll probably come in that statement, but I just want to make sure for my notes purposes, we've got everything we need.
Hey guys, we got a lot of people in here. Why don't you double tap them screens for me? Definitely helps out the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. And then always, we got new memberships that opened up this week. They start at 99 cents a month. Definitely helps the channel out a lot. And it gives you a lot of good bang for your buck if you do want to donate and help us keep the lights on here. Also, we got super chats and gifts. However you feel, do as you wish.
So he makes that phone call, tells you, hey, found money. You tell him to put it in the evidence bag, seal it. You make sure on your camera, give your mileage, things of that nature.
And that conversation is actually recorded. So I was in my car driving down the road while I was having a conversation with him.
Okay. So you kept your in-car camera running from the time you left the checkpoint location until you arrived to the post. Right. When did you turn your car camera off?
When my car turned off. I actually never deactivated it. Honestly, I wasn't thinking, hindsight, I should have left it on the whole time, left my car running, but just out of habit, as soon as I pulled up, cut my car off, went and started gathering money, not thinking, and it cut off.
Okay.
So it turns off when the car's cut off.
Does it immediately turn off when the car turns off, or is there maybe a 30-second?
I don't think,
60-second?
I really don't know. I know it has to, it doesn't just bam cut off. It's
Right.
kind of like a computer, it slowly shuts off.
Okay.
So it may have recorded me taking the money in.
All right, so once you got there, you removed the drugs and 2 large bags of currency. 2 large bags being the brown paper bag and the Mario Kart
Yes,
bag.
ma'am.
You thought that you had also grabbed the evidence bag.
I didn't even.
Was that evidence bag clear?
During the drive to the police department, the money that Welch had placed in a clear evidence bag slipped down to the floorboard under a briefcase that he usually carried. The bag's material was slick, and in the dark, it would be easy to miss. The excuse was a little too convenient, but still within the realm of possibility.
This is the evidence bag. There's writing on it, but it is clear. Yes,
You
ma'am.
can see what's inside
You
of
can
it,
see
right?
what's inside of
Okay.
it. Yes, ma'am.
And it's plastic.
It's plastic.
Okay. You thought you grabbed that too. All right. Once you get inside,
I didn't even think about it, at that point, because I just grabbed everything that was sitting in my seat, because initially it was in my seat. And I guess it slid.
back seat behind you,
Back
right?
seat behind me. I guess it slid forward on top of my briefcase and down in front of it.
So was it underneath your seat when you found it on Sunday?
No.
I know we're getting a little ahead, but just curious.
Back seat, briefcase. There's about that big of a gap. It slid.
So it slid closer to the seat versus slide to you. Did you initial down at the bottom like that, or no?
Not the first one, because that was just for us to keep track of the first count. Matt, that was the official one, the one that I actually signed.
Okay.
Matt was right about the chair.
Yeah.
Because mine's gonna be circled. Yep, that's me.
Okay.
And that may have been the first count sheet right there. I may have signed it, because Nix was kind of walking me through. I've never done it before, so Nix was kind of walking me through what we need to do, since it didn't have a signature place on it.
Okay.
But I do remember the final count. He and I both initialed it. I know that for a fact.
And he being who? Nix?
Corporal
and you?
Nix. Matt
Okay.
Nix, yes.
Just want to make sure we don't get confused on who the he's are.
I got you.
Okay, so you do your counts, finally get everything on the same page, everybody's numbers are consistent. Did you place the drugs in the evidence locker?
No.
Who
Trooper
did?
Baker did.
Okay. Did you call Sergeant Page?
I did.
DeBose? Told Sergeant DeBose, hey, listen, we got all our paperwork completed. We need you to go into the system to show that it's been dropped into evidence and is going to be transported to CEF.
Yep, that she needs to accept it in the post-A's digitally and then send it to, or release it, I guess, to CEF.
Okay. Placed everything inside of that brown paper bag?
I know he used it. I'm pretty sure if
Even the Mario bag?
he didn't use that, that stayed at the office.
Okay.
That's still at the office.
All right, so the Mario Kart book bag was placed into evidence?
Mm-mm.
So where's the Mario Kart book bag?
It was at the office. I know we joked around about about Baker's kid using it to go to school, but
So
it was clean. There was nothing in it.
that night y'all left, where did you last put the Mario Kart book
It
bag?
was sitting on one of the tables, one of the kiosk tables. I remember seeing it. I didn't mess with the little book bag.
So we don't know where that book
I have
bag
no
is now.
clue. And
Okay.
see, we're not allowed to put that kind of stuff. They tell us, that stuff like that, it has to go in evidence. All evidence has to go in evidence bags, and we weren't using that book bag as evidence.
What's up, Hector? This is a cop who stole some money from a guy at a DUI checkpoint.
At the time, I didn't think about it.
Right. Okay, so
Hey, bye.
that gets left behind.
Oh boy.
But the brown paper bag, money was placed in it, you
Yes,
believe, because
I-
it was thrown in the trash can.
I
to
threw it in
begin
the
with.
trash. I know for a fact that he asked me where that big brown bag was. I said, in the trash can, he is in Corporal Nix. So it's in the trash can, we got it out, opened it back up, and I know he used it to put the money in. Yep, when I talked to him. So found the money on a Sunday,
Following day you talked
Stewed
to
on that thing all day long. Scared to death. Called him because he's always got a good answer for me.
All right.
When
So
he
Monday you didn't call her.
I didn't call her. I was going to call her. I was actually going to call her that next morning because I know she comes into work at 10. And so I was going to call her, but I got that phone call from Corporal Nix before then.
And that was on the 3rd.
Just so happened they found out he had the money before he could report that he made a mistake, right? Get out of here.
3rd. Yes, ma'am.
I seen another cop say that too. It was like an Asian cop, I think. And then he was like, the dude was like, "Where's my money? Where's my money?" Like when he was getting out the car. And then they were like, "Hey, where's his money?" And then he was like, "Oh, it fell in the door right here. My bad."
So you got notified by Nix prior to being able to call Paige. Sergeant Babette.
Sergeant. Horrible timing.
Nix tells you, "Hey, listen, missing over $3,000."
No. Asked me if I had any idea why we're missing $3,000, and I was kind of at a loss. I said, "Dude," I said, "I have no clue." I said, "Our accounts were right. You know, that's what we collectively came up with. That's what we all agreed on. We signed." I said, "I have no clue what happened to it."
The money that Baker brought from Sumter Jail to Post A, was that money included in that
Yes.
large currency count that y'all did?
Yes. When he walked in, he sat it straight on top.
What he sit straight on top? The money?
The
Or
evidence and sealed evidence bag containing the currency, he put it right there with it.
Okay.
Yep.
On that sealed evidence bag from the jail to Post A, do you remember seeing any writing on that sealed evidence bag? Okay. So that money that was found on Mr. Holliday was included into
Yes, it
this
was.
count. All right. So Nick, you and Nick are talking. You know, you're like, I don't know. Then you say, "Hey, listen, by the way,
I've got this going on.
I did find some money in my back seat,
But
sealed evidence
it's
bag."
not a part of that total tally, so it has nothing to do with this missing $3,000.
The amount that was found in the bag was $894.
And Nick told you to notify chain of command.
Yep.
You talked to Lieutenant Danback,
I talked to Paige first.
Page, and then Danback, right?
Yep. And then Dan back.
So come on up here to CEF and let's get this thing situated.
Yep.
Danback and Shelton counted the money and it was $894.
$894.
And then Major Everett Patterson did some paperwork up on you,
Yep.
provided it to Chris Shelton, and he read you were suspended.
Yep.
Did they tell you?
Thinking he stole 2 bags, and then the only bag he didn't bust open was the one with the 890, so he took that shit back.
Why you were being suspended?
And just
One bag probably had like 20 something in it, 23 something in it, and then the $800 bag he didn't spend it yet, so he was like, "Oh, I found this in my thing."
pending an investigation.
Did you have any idea it was for the miscount, or was it for the money that was found in the backseat?
Honestly, I really, it was all just like a punch in the chest with everything. I figured it was for the missing $3,000 because mishandling of evidence, they wouldn't have, I don't feel like they would have suspended me on the spot without pay. I mean, just in my opinion. And, you know, kind of talking and gathering with the lieutenant and the captain there, you know, because, I mean, I know them well. You know, I asked them, I said, you know, guys, what's the worst that's going to happen here? And none of them made any insight that I'm fixing to get suspended.
Right.
So I'm guessing the suspension without pay is until we get this resolved.
All right. Instead of calling your stepdad, why didn't you call Paige on Monday?
I don't know. Just freaked out. Just dumb on my part. Scared to death.
Because now it looks like, oh look, hey look, Nick brings it to your attention, and you're like, oh yeah, by the way, Sunday night I found, you know, and here we are 2 days later. So that's where there's a lot of concerns there.
There is.
So based off of this, we haven't been over your type statement yet. Did you take any of that money?
Out of
that seizure that y'all had?
Absolutely
From the
not.
time you left that checkpoint to to the time you went to post A.
Hey guys, we're 4 likes away from 50. Let's double tap them screens. Let's get to 50 so we can get a horn for the crowd. Come on, chat. I know you want an air horn.
From the time you were at post A by yourself, did you take any of that money?
No, ma'am.
Do you think anybody else had the opportunity to take
Absolutely not. And one thing I will say, because I've been thinking of 100 different ways of how this could have happened. We were all together. I never even walked to my private, personal office the entire time we were there. Never left the room. Nobody left. We all sat in the common area, I guess you could call it, the entire time. The amount of missing money, and I know it's only in 20s, because they did tell me all the other denominations were correct. It was only 20s. That amount, that's over 150 bills. That's thick. Our uniforms are tight. I can barely put keys in my pocket in my uniform. There's no fitting a cell phone in your pocket. No.
They be hiding it under the vest. What you mean pockets, bro? They always put shit in here. Like right here. He put that shit in here. You wouldn't see it under his vest with all his gun and his tackle belt and shit.
Nothing. It would have been very, very obvious if anybody would have grabbed a couple, 3 stacks or more than 3 stacks, stuffed it in their pockets.
So what do you think happened to the money?
I have no clue.
Do you think it's possible that y'all did not count the money correctly?
I think we should have done a much better job of counting.
Do you think it's possible anybody took the money? Let me just ask that for clarification.
There's no way.
Okay.
I mean,
Nix was responsible for ensuring the counts matched, but Welch should have pushed the matter when he realized Nix wouldn't do a thorough recount.
everybody that I have dealings with, I'll tell you, Matt, I'd bet my job on him. He wouldn't take a penny. My 2 boys that were with us, Baker and Riker, they wouldn't take a penny. I know I don't need it. I mean, not just saying, I mean, I work hard. I have a plumbing business that I make triple what I make with highway patrol. I mean, I just don't need, I've got almost 11 years in. I wouldn't need that. Matt's he's got a ton of time. He's got more time than I do. He did my background investigation back when I started.
Yeah.
I mean, he and I mean, we're not, I consider him a dear friend. I mean, we don't hang out socially. I only see him when we're in uniform. But I mean, he's a great guy. I trust him with my life. I trust him with that money, and the state should too. I mean, it's got to be a miscount.
Would you be willing to do a polygraph?
Absolutely.
Welch was polygraphed on August 13th and again on August 31st. SLED.
So deception indicated on both polygraphs. So he was lying.
Records show deception indicated on both polygraph results.
Do you have any medical conditions that would potentially enable you?
So I'm gonna say no, but I do have heart issues.
Okay.
My heart, I have an irregular heartbeat, and my heart goes into AFib, and that's documented over the past couple of years from stress and lack of sleep from this wonderful job.
He trying to set up the excuse so if he comes up deceptive, he can be like, I got an irregular heartbeat.
When y'all had the money laid out, did y'all take a photograph of the money laid out
Not that I recall.
in different denominations?
Bet you they had money spread pictures. They was doing the most, bro. That's why he cleared that phone. That's why he cleared that phone. They was doing the money phone. They was doing all that shit, bro.
You know, if anybody took a photograph of the money laid out in
No.
different denominations.
Honestly, during this time, we were all being so quiet. We weren't talking to each other.
There were multiple photographs of the money stacked on the tables.
Yeah, you're trying. That way we didn't throw anybody off. I know nobody had everybody's hands were full of money.
Right.
Nobody had cell phones out or anything.
You took the glory shot.
I have one. Yeah.
Hey, chat, we got over 50 likes. Good shit. That's our first goal. Now let's get it up to 100, y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you photographed the items, not where they were found, but where they were placed once you found them on scene?
I have to look back at my pictures because I know I took a picture of the because once.
Because what if he was spread too thin, Connie? What if his plumbing business wasn't as successful as he said he was?
Sumter County got there, I was thinking they were going to take it over. They kind of looked in the.
That's my thought. As soon as he said he had a contractor's, or he was a contractor too, I was like, oh, so he's probably losing his ass over there.
Car and stuff too, and when
he got a contractor's business, he got a baby on the way. There's some reasons he could be stressed financially for sure.
The supervisor told me they weren't taking it. One of the narcs was kind of, I mean, it wasn't digging or anything. Was kind of looking in or whatever. I said, hey, I said, make sure y'all don't touch anything. And I said, if y'all not taking the case, y'all just get out of the car. I said, I got to photograph it. I knew for a fact I photographed the money that's in the center console before.
Okay. All right, let's see. Bring the money to the CEF. Took the money to the CEF. You're advised to tell to go to Troop 1. Transported evidence to Troop 1 and met with Captain Shelton and Lieutenant Danback. Over the money, they counted it. $8.94. Major Patterson arrived. Told you were being suspended. Shelton advised you were being suspended without pay until further notice. You turned all your stuff in?
Everything.
Yeah, but I also don't think he just stole 800. I think his dad told him to say you found 800 in the car because he knew less than 900, or he knew it wasn't a felony maybe. Where if he would have stole what 3,000, what was missing, if he admitted to the 3,000, isn't that grand larceny? So he's ready. What he's trying to do is admit to a lower charge that wouldn't make sense because $800 probably wouldn't help him, whether if he was rich or if he was in money issues. See, no matter what, $800 don't get you out the hole and it don't help you with nothing. But if he admitted to stealing $3,000, that might cover a job that he's working on. That might cover a job he's working on until it's finished. You know what I mean? Or can help pay to finish a job that's over budget. You know what I mean? And it's a felony. It's convenient that he didn't lose the whole 3,000, that he only found a bag with 800.
What about your uniforms at home? Did they get those too? So when
they have suspended me as if I was terminated.
Yeah, if grand larceny is 1,000 and up, if it's 2,000 and up, whatever, it makes sense why he only found 800 of the 3,000 missing.
I don't have a single thing.
All right. I transported you back home. And you gave your remaining stuff to Lieutenant Dan back.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to check about the polygraph. Anything else you could think of y'all could have done differently at this point?
Oh, God. We don't have enough time for me to hindsight.
But you do see that there are potential errors in what took place.
The first thing that I should have done as a supervisor and looking out for my guys, I should have never let them in that office. Once we got the money from Baker that was on his person, me and Nick should have been the only two in there. That way nothing could ever be said about them.
Hey, Nikki, welcome to the chat.
And I told them that, just by speaking with them, because they're upset that they may be miscounted, and it's gotten me and Nick in trouble. There's a bunch of stuff. Honestly, in my opinion, that amount of money, I was supposed to get off at 12. I know that's no excuse, me being tired. We shouldn't be counting that amount of money by hand. I wish we had money counters. I mean, they're everywhere. I mean, you can get them cheap. And as far as my other stuff, that was just lapse of judgment on my part.
All right. And maybe also to recount and count and recount
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my first time ever, because every time I've ever worked interdiction and we've hit big money,
got a mounting counter generally close by, or it just gets dumped.
Normally HSI or DEA is with us.
Right.
And they take it in a sum. They go count it, or either if we ever count it, I will anything, I will still attend.
And just take a look through your phone and see if you can get those pictures.
Yes, I can send it to you.
All right.
Can I come out?
Yes.
On October 21st, Welsh received a letter from SCDPS notifying him the patrol's internal investigation found multiple violations against him. The investigation found Welsh failed to count and document the seized cash in accordance with patrol policy. Welsh destroyed or deleted agency documents by resetting his state cell phone, and Welsh mishandled evidence and inappropriately stored the money in his patrol car. Further findings stated that Welsh texted and sent evidence photographs from his state phone to his personal phone, that Welsh was untruthful with his chain of command about when he found the evidence bag in his patrol car, and that he took money from the cash seizure for his personal use. Welsh was demoted from corporal to lance corporal and was reassigned to a different troop, resulting in a pay cut. The Highway Patrol still employs him, and his disciplinary action has not changed. That'll do it for today. If you like this video and want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link in the description below where you can do just that. Thank you for watching.
What money,
Stay safe.
right? What money?
This is Michael Boatwright, a member of the
I'm telling you, his stepdad was a cop and he was like, say this and you'll just get fired. But if you tell them the truth, you're going to go to jail. That's exactly what happened, man. He had the connections to keep him protected, for sure. For sure. And he's still a cop. He just called it cool little demotion. Man. I thought he was going to get fired, though, man. He's still employed by the Highway Patrol. That's scary. Imagine you going to buy a car and someone like that pulls you over, bro. Now you have to find receipts and fucking proof that where you got this money from. Because I seen the one where this military guy had like 80 grand, 100 grand or some shit in his car. And he was driving from one side of the coast to like Arizona or something to see his wife or see his daughter in college. He had all his receipts from the bank that he withdrew from. And they took his shit still. So I don't know if the withdrawal receipt makes sense. Because they might be like, well, where'd you earn it? How'd you get it before it was in the bank? You see how that question just keeps going and going and going? It's like, bro, I have to prove to you on a W-2 form where every fucking dollar comes from? That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, what if you win like 10 grand at the casino? How the fuck you supposed to prove that? Because you just signed that paper. You just signed a paper for them to take the money. You know what I mean? I don't know. Member in the chat, shout out Chris for showing up. Guys, if you like what we do here, be like Chris and join our membership. It's only 99 cents a month. It helps us keep the channel going, keep the lights on, keep our internet connected, all that good stuff. If you like what we do, and we do it 2 times a day for at least 2 hours of stream, man, we work hard for y'all. We work hard for y'all. So if we could get a sponsor for the show tonight, that would be awesome. We had some cool sponsors this morning. So, you know what I mean? It's easy to do that. Just join our membership, send a super chat, send a gift, and you are the episode sponsor. You know what I mean? So let me know. We're going to get into, I don't know, we'll see what it looks like. But we're going to get into another video. And yeah, this next one is called Gangster Realizes He's Never Going Home. Interrogation of Mike. Let's go.
This is Michael Boatwright, a member of the ZMF gang. Before the murder of Onfroy, he had been arrested numerous times, mainly on drug-related charges. Boatwright conspired with 3 other men to rob Jose Onfroy, better known as Triple X to Nation. They spotted his car in the
Bro, that's this case or
RIVA Motorsports parking lot. After going inside to confirm it was Onfroy,
bro, that was one of the few times a celebrity died, and I was sad. I was sad when X died, bro. He was a good young dude, bro. Like, He's younger than me, bro, but he was a good young dude, bro. He was in tune with the youth, man.
They bought masks and waited in the parking lot. When Onfroy and his uncle tried to drive away, Boatwright and the others blocked them with their car. Onfroy's uncle managed to get away while his nephew was being beaten. Although Onfroy didn't put up a fight and allowed them to take a Louis Vuitton bag containing $50,000, Boatwright turned back and shot him in the neck multiple
XXS Tentacion.
times.
The pistol, you know. Tell you what's going on. All right. And then to get yourself out, you need a key to get out. You don't need a key to get in. It's complicated. And then you got to try to remember which key it is. Out of the three that are done. All right. Do me a favor, sit over there because I like to kind of sit where the lights hold. All right, I just want to make sure I got your name and everything straight first. Then I'll explain you what's going on. You don't got no ID on you, right? What the hell am I seeing on my glasses? Is it a piece of dirt or something? All right. First name's Michael, right?
That's good.
Okay, you have to speak up because I'm old.
Yes.
You don't have to call me sir. What's your middle name?
Sherelle.
Spell that.
To be honest, sir, I don't use that.
Say it again.
To be honest,
I heard that, but say how your middle name's pronounced.
Sherelle.
With a Sherelle with a C or an S?
S.
Okay, I'll figure it out. And what's your last name, Boatwright?
Yes.
You know how to spell that?
Yes.
Spell it for me.
BOATRIGHT.
And what's your date of birth?
September 12th, 1995.
1995. How old will that make you?
22.
22. They call you anything on the street?
Yes, sir.
Okay, don't call me sir. The only reason I say that because everybody's got a nickname, including me. My name is John Curcio, but nobody ever can remember that, so everybody calls me Mongo. So, you can call me whatever you want to call me, but what's a good address where you stay at, Mike?
I don't have like a good address.
Where's your people stay? Where's your mom? Your dad still alive?
Yeah, my dad's still alive.
Where's he live at? Is that where you I mean, when you go to bed at night, do you sleep with your dad, or where do you sleep?
I sleep with my grandma.
Okay, what's grandma's address? Spent 30 years over there with the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. What's your grandma's name?
Nadine Isaac.
What is it?
Nadine Isaac.
Isaac? All right. What's a good phone number for you? How long you had that number?
No, the officer was asking him what did his middle name start with? Like, was it a C or an S? And then he started to spell his middle name, and he was like, no, I can figure it out. It's an S, and he said, yeah.
Sometime.
Huh?
Sometime.
Sometime like days, months, years?
Months.
Months? What is that, Metro?
Yeah.
Have any questions before I bring the other man in here? That would mean you have no other questions before I bring the man in here? Is there a forensic guy to do your fingerprints and all that stuff? No? You gotta at least say no, you don't have any other questions. Alright, let me go get him in here. Alright. Now I'm back with my paperwork for you. Alright. I'm explaining everything I want to know, but I only wanted to ask you one question. That was your drug use, if you were high or not. Do you mind answering that question for me before I tell you everything you want to know?
Just been smoking weed.
Okay, but how much weed did you smoke? 1, 2 joints?
Smoking all day.
All day? All right. Do you know why? You know what I do for a living? I'm a police detective. I just want to make sure you're not so high you think you're on Mars. You know you're in a police station, right? Okay. Closer so I can hear you. About the fact you had drugs with you tonight, again, I'm not a drug detective. And I went in front of a judge to get a warrant to do exactly what that man did, which was take your DNA, take your fingerprints, and take your pictures in reference to a murder investigation, because something I've been investigating, people brought your name up into it. Okay, that's why I'm explaining it to you. So for me and you to talk about it, and so you understand what this is all about, I'm going to read you your rights, and then you have the decision to make whether you want to.
Yeah, they had no reason to like shoot him. I mean, they were fighting for the bag and shit. They were wrestling for the bag, and that's why they said they shot him. But honestly, they didn't need to kill that guy. They didn't need to kill that kid, man. Yeah, I forgot what I was about to say. Shout out Ian, welcome to the chat. Skinny, welcome to the chat. Jen, welcome to the chat. Leader, I see you.
Talk to me to hear what this is about or not.
I'm going to jail for what?
At the moment, you're going to jail for the drugs. What do you want, community release? Pre-trial?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to jail for that. I haven't finished my homicide investigation yet because I'm still doing that, but again, you're here.
I don't know nothing about that.
Okay, that's why we're going to talk about it, because your name got brought up in it. I got a search warrant for the homicide case to get your DNA, your photographs, and your pictures. But that's why I want to talk to you. You haven't been charged with the homicide yet.
Oh, I was going to say,
Okay, but again, when I started asking little questions and you said about drug use, you know, for me to explain it to you, I got to read you your rights. You had your rights read to you ever before in your life?
Yeah, I haven't been arrested before.
Okay, so you had your rights read to you. Let me read them to you again.
I don't know if it's the same.
No need to apologize, leader. The chat is for chatting. If you want to send emojis, send emojis.
Thing you feel like,
Okay, well, I'm going to just read them to you. And
Hey, Ian, Mad Gun, thank you for that subscription, guys. Appreciate that.
you know, again, this is something each one of them I'm going to read to you, and then you just say yes or no, or I don't understand. If you don't understand, then I'll explain it to you, you know, so you can understand it. You went to 10th grade, though, so, you know, these shouldn't be hard to understand. But if you have a problem, you let me know.
You say you can't get pictures for and DNA. I know for a fact I don't got nothing to do with what's going on. If he already got the pictures, can I just go to
No, you're going to jail.
Yeah, I know. Can I
Shout out to UK. Everybody, post where you're watching from right now. Let me know where you're watching from so I can shout your city, state, or country out.
Then you won't get to know what it's about. So when I'm done reading these, if you don't want to talk to me, you can say you don't want to talk to me, but then you won't know what it's about. But that, I mean, do you want me to read this to you?
But
you want to know why I got a judge to give me a warrant for you or not?
Yeah, you just said because people will try saying me.
Okay. Well, again, what I'll do is I'll read you these. If you understand them, you can make the decision to hear what.
I don't got nothing to do with it, so
Hey, shout out New Orleans. Dirty Jersey, what's that? What's up, Chris? Shout out Jersey. Brewer, Maine, man, that's a new one. Shout out Maine. Missouri, you know y'all do your thing down in Missouri. Tulsa, Oklahoma, what it is.
I really don't want to, you feel me?
Boatwright knows why he's been arrested, but he is going to be as uncooperative as possible. Fortunately, there are enough witnesses and evidence linking Boatwright to the murder to build a case without his confession.
Okay. Well, once you read these to you, if you don't want to.
Where the fuck is mine? Oh. Shout out Nikki. She just sent 2 jewels. Appreciate that. Give her some big love in the chat, guys.
Want to answer one or two of the questions or any of them?
Oh, shout out Cleveland. You already know Ohio's in the building. And hey, Cali, man, we out here right now. We in California right now. The show is brought to you from California. So big shout out to the whole state of California.
You don't have to answer any of them. All right. If you're not involved, one of the first questions I'm going to say is, where were you at?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so once I read these, you make that decision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Before I ask you any questions, I want to advise you of your rights under the law. Do you understand that I'm a police officer?
Yeah.
You want me to show you your badge? Oh, it's right over there. See? Work for the sheriff's office. I'm a police officer. All right. You have the right to remain silent. That is, you need not talk to me or answer any questions if you do not want to. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Should you talk to me, anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Hey, shout you out, Mike. I hope you have a good day at work. And shout out Portland, Oregon, man. Oh, shout out Massachusetts and all of New England.
Okay. You have the right to talk to an attorney before talking to me and have an attorney here with you during questioning now or in the future. Do you understand?
Yeah.
If you cannot afford to retain your own attorney and you want an attorney, one will be appointed.
The sound on these tapes don't be that good. They never have good audio.
For you before we ask you any questions. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. If you decide to answer the questions now without an attorney present, you'll still have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to an attorney. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right. I don't understand your rights as I read them to you. I'm going to ask you questions. You can ask me questions. And you don't want to ask no questions? You want me to tell you anything about what the case is?
You can tell me about it.
Okay, well, you seem confident that you're not involved in it, so I guess my question is, what do you think the case is I'm working? What is it about? There's a million cases out in the street.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. But whatever it is, I'm not involved in nothing.
Okay, so again, you know,
I was here, like I said, for the drugs.
Well, you're here for the drugs too. Okay, well, I mean, I can't help that. That's got nothing to do with me. But I mean, you got caught with drugs. You got caught with drugs. I'm here because, again, this investigation. Somebody brought up your name on. Did you read about the rapper who got killed up at Riva Motorsports?
Yeah, I read about that.
Johnsay Onfroy was a rising rapper whose popularity was marred by legal troubles, which included domestic violence and a non-fatal stabbing.
Okay, I can't even pronounce his name. Do you know what they call him? XXX?
Yeah.
What's it?
In that rapper's defense, though, that was when he was in high school. That shit happened when he was in high school. And he actually had been on the straight and narrow track for a while.
What's the rest of his name? Ted something? Okay. That thing is what your name got brought up into. So the question would be, that happened on the 18th, which was a Monday 2 weeks ago. You know what today's date is? Yesterday was the 4th of July. Today's the 5th. So it would have been 2 weeks ago this Monday just passed up at Riva. Do you even know where Riva is?
No.
It's a motor place up in
from the news, I know it's a motor space.
Okay, but have you ever been there before is what I'm trying to get at?
No.
You don't ride dirt bikes?
No.
You're not one of those guys that comes out of Parkway on Sunday?
No.
Okay. All right, so you've never been up to Riva, not even at all?
No.
Okay. If you'd like, I'll bring you in some pictures of who's bringing your name up into it. And then you can tell me why you think they're bringing your name up into it.
No.
You don't want to see the pictures? Okay, this is a boy named Chucky. Do you know a boy named Chucky?
The tattoo man?
Yeah, the tattoo man.
Yeah.
You know him?
Chucky's real name is...
No, I think this was back in like 2019. Yeah, I want to say 2019 X got killed. That's who I remember from the news. This picture they're showing right here, I remember when this was on the news. That's who I remember them showing.
Is Dedrick Williams, who was also a member of ZMF. During one of his probation periods, he became familiar with Onfroy, since both visited the same probation office. Williams was the main instigator in the robbery plan. Right now on my Patreon page, you can watch the interrogation of a suspect who killed a man, and then...
A long time ago.
Okay, a long time ago, like years and years ago?
Yeah, years.
Okay, this thing involved a Dodge Journey, which is like an SUV. Do you know what a Dodge Journey looks like? Because I can get a picture of that. It's a blue SUV. And that day when this thing at Riva happened, Chucky the tattoo man was in that car. Have you ever been in or around a dark blue Dodge Journey before?
No.
No? Have you ever been around?
Shout out Boston.
Around Chucky recently?
No.
Okay. Like I said, if I brought pictures, it'd be easier to explain.
I'm saying though, like.
Okay, well, I'm asking you about things that your name's getting brought up into.
But I don't know nothing about that, so.
Okay, well, you already said you weren't at Riva, so I'm trying to figure out why Chucky would put your name into it.
I don't know.
When was the last you saw him years ago? Did you have a beef with him? You paid for all your tattoos? I mean, did he have a beef with you about something? Or he'd throw your name out just to throw me off and put your name into it? That's not a tough question, man. Do you have problems with Chucky? I guess that would be, you don't want to answer that question, so I won't answer that question. How about the, what they call the pink apartments, the Driftwoods? You ever hang out over there?
No.
What?
No.
No? You know where the Driftwood is when I say that?
No.
31st and 19th Street. You know where that is?
No.
All right, I'm trying to figure out. Well, it's not far from Lauderdale Manors. You know where the FP&L plant is up there?
Seemed like they got Chucky in custody right now. He's saying that this guy was the shooter. That's the vibe I'm getting.
I'll draw you a little map.
Hello, Tina. We got some other Cincinnatiites in here too. Shout out Ohio.
This is the swap shop.
I'm saying no disrespect. They have nothing to do with me. I just.
Okay. Well, again, I'm just asking you if you know where our apartment complex is. This is the swap shop. This is Sunrise Boulevard. This is 30.
No, I watch them with you guys. My reaction is my initial reaction. I don't pre-watch anything.
31st.
It's actually got us in trouble a few times when we were doing arrest cameras. Fucking guidelines and shit, policies.
You're going north. The Driftwood's up here on 19th Street. FP&E plants over here. Across 19th Street on this side is the tire shop. This is the Driftwood Apartments. Do you know where that is? You ever been up in there?
No, I ain't never been in there. I think I rode by before though.
You rode by? It's got gates on it where there's a gate goes in.
Yeah, I rode by before.
They used to call them the pink apartments. But you're too young for that. But you never been in the Driftwood? Okay, Chucky's got a big fat friend named Fat Rob or Big Rob, or his mama lives right down here on 17th Court. When again, if I had the pictures, you let me bring the pictures and I ask you, do you know Big Fat Rob at all? No?
Robert Allen was another member of ZMF and a convicted fraudster. He was the only one to show any type of remorse for Boatwright's death and agreed to a plea deal in exchange for testifying against the other men.
Like I said, I wish you let me bring the pictures in so I make sure you know who these guys are who bring it.
So this guy got killed. They thought he was snitching. He was the first one in because Chucky said, well, the cop could be lying. But the cop said his homie Chucky gave him his name.
Your name up. But you don't know Fat Rob, whose mama lives right over here? No, these guys are all, every name I mentioned other than Chucky. You don't know. All right, well, it's like I said, I'm just trying to solve the mystery. Now, that phone number you gave me, I guess the policeman, when they stopped you, had two phones on you. One's what, an iPhone, and one's a... Which number is the 600 number? The iPhone or the other one?
No, iPhone.
The iPhone? And what was the number again? I think I wrote it down wrong. 954 600 6165?
Yeah.
And that's what color is the iPhone?
Black.
Black. And what's the other
Yo, you been here the whole time or did you leave and come back? Let me know.
phone you got?
It's a Metro, but I don't know the number.
You don't have the Metro? And what, I didn't look at it. What is a Metro Galaxy or Cool Pad? Which one have you had longer, the iPhone or the Cool Pad?
Cool Pad.
How long you had the Cool Pad? About?
Some months.
Months? Is it in your name or somebody else's name?
Somebody else's name.
All right. I only want to ask you about that. Anybody else use that phone but you, that cool pad?
Sometimes I let the kids play with it.
Oh, you have kids?
I don't have kids.
Oh.
I let the kids play with it.
For what kids? Just any kids?
Yeah.
I mean, you lend it?
I'm at a girl's house.
Oh, when you're at a girl's house, you let them play, but you don't give it to somebody and say, hey, you don't rent out your phone, right?
Oh, no.
You don't give it to somebody and say, hey, bring it back in a day or two. Okay. You sure you don't want me to bring these pictures in so we make sure you don't know who I'm talking about? I mean, I want to bring a picture of the fat guy in.
I seen him on the news too.
Oh, you saw him on the news too? And you never seen him before in your life? No? They call him, his name's Robert Allen.
Damn, bro, that's sad. Do you think his own gang snitched? He's not, I mean, his own gang killed him? Because he really in here being solid. He not telling on them, nothing.
But they call him, Chucky calls him Shatta, which is Jamaican for hitman, I guess, which I don't know how he's a hitman because he looks like he hit the buffet. He don't look like he kind of a little round to be a hitman.
Come on.
So, all right, so you don't know him, you know Chucky. And how long has it been since you think you saw Chucky?
Good boy.
Years, months. Okay. All right. I guess they brought those girls down that you're with too. So was one of them you're like, are they just friend girls or one of your real girlfriend?
Friend girl. One of my girl.
Got no babies or nothing with her? Which one's your actual girlfriend?
One who drives.
The driver. All right. Now this car that I'm asking about, though, you haven't even seen one like that?
What?
The Dodge Journey, where you've been around it or in it or anything like that? So again, why do you think Chucky, this is your copy of the warrant, why do you think Chucky would put your name into it? You know Chucky's girlfriend? The girl with all the tattoos? She don't know you though? Okay. All right, you can have that, and I get to tell you kind of a little bit of problems you're going to have, just so you understand. I'm not trying to make you mad because, again, these guys brought up your name and your fingerprints are on the Dodge Journey. So, if you ever get to the stage when you want to actually start telling what really happened, if it was for real or an accident or what happened, and you want to put your side out rather than just letting these guys' side come out, as a guy who's much older. Well, let me go get the pictures. I'll go get the pictures.
You said talking about pictures.
Well, it's the pictures of you getting into the Dodge Journey. That's a pretty simple thing. Once you get into the Dodge Journey, then it gets a little harder, because then you got to explain what happened. Okay, I'm going to go get pictures of the Dodge Journey, and I'll be right back. Again, I asked you want water or not? No?
You sound for...
You're under arrest for cocaine and whatever else you had, drug-wise. You're here for a homicide DNA search warrant, fingerprints, and photographs. And now you ask me to tell you what the homicide's about.
I don't care about what the homicide's about. I want to get done what I'm here for.
Okay. Well, you want to be taken to the county jail? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. No problem. You know what happens when your phone gets in that parking lot at Riva Motorsport? Picks up the route. You know that? Okay. I'll be back.
Yeah, because he said when they did the little break, he said he got killed. And then the one guy who ended up cooperated because he felt bad that this guy got killed.
All right, he's finishing your paperwork up. you and Trey walking over to Fat Boy's mom's house. So, anyways, he's finished your paperwork up as soon as he's done. If you're ready, he'll take you. All right? You done looking at those? Yeah? You done looking at those?
What am I looking at?
There's you, and there's you. Huh?
What am I looking?
That's you. You can't tell? That's not you? Oh, okay. You know who that is? Trey? You don't know a guy named Trey? Oh, you don't know nobody. Funny thing, I think that one thing is right there, that lighter hanging out of your pocket is even what they got out of the car when they got you out of the car.
Newsom was not a member of the gang, but he was living with Allen at the time and became involved with the robbery plan through that connection. Boatwright refused to admit any connection with the murder, but these witnesses clearly show that he was involved.
Layla, so they explained to me what they saw and everything like that. Was there like a
idea he was here? We just got out of the gym and we went to go see motorcycles, and obviously someone was following him because right as he was about to pull out something, the car just stopped right in front of him. They jumped out and they put him to gunpoint. I've never seen anything like this.
The vehicle was found. They may have a Louis Vuitton bag that was taken from the scene. I'll be a Louis Vuitton bag taken from the scene.
I just didn't know anything like this would happen.
pulling out?
He was pulling out. I think he was about to make a right.
Okay.
And they stopped him. They went right in front of him, parked his car. And then they hopped out, put him to gunpoint. He wouldn't open his door. They shot him. I heard 3 gunshots. There's obviously a gunshot.
Right. So you heard around 3, you said?
Yes.
Exactly 3 or around that?
3 or 4.
Okay. What's your phone number? Okay. Unfortunately, you do have to wait and hang out for a little bit since you did witness it, okay? So there are going to be a couple of people that are going to want to talk to you. You're just going to have to give the same information that you gave me, okay? Where were you when you saw it?
In the parking lot.
You were in the parking lot?
Yo, what up, Razzie? Welcome to the chat, my boy. How you been? Long time no see.
Where, on that side or?
Where that van is.
Okay. And then,
the car I was in.
so did you know it was him when he was pulling out?
Well, yeah, he's a celebrity, so we saw him walk out. We said hi to him. He said hi. He jumped in his car. He left. And then I saw that car pull up, and then I heard gunshots. So me and my friend ran back to the entrance, and then they left. We ran back to see if he was okay.
Mm-hmm. Did you see who shot him?
No, they were
you said
wearing
2 guys.
masks, yes.
Did they jump out of the front or the back?
I'm not sure. I couldn't see, but I'm guessing the front.
Okay.
I don't know.
And then they were wearing masks?
Yeah.
What about clothing? Hair or
it was
anything?
black. I think they were also African American.
Okay.
But they were fully covered. Obviously,
fully covered.
This was planned.
And black clothes?
Yes.
Okay.
Pulled back his collar, and you can see a little bit of blood there on the collar.
I see what you're saying, Mike. I misunderstood what the little cutoff was. So the other guy felt bad that they killed X, and then he ended up cooperating. I see what you're saying. I thought they said they killed the Michael Boatwright kid.
Can't tell where I'm looking for the spot to put pressure on it. I couldn't even see where the bullet went in. So I was feeling his wrists, his hands were clenched up. So I was like, I'm feeling
So his body was already tight.
But then he was twitching.
Okay.
You know, he would twitch. Like, and then at one point,
Did you feel a pulse?
No, I didn't feel shit.
No.
He was gray.
Okay.
Time I touched him, he was gray. And I mean, I got out here maybe 2 minutes after the thing went down.
Right.
I was, you know, anytime any shit goes down, they always come running for me. I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
So,
okay. I appreciate it. That gives us a little more, you know, because when we got here, it was a little bit.
I can't believe
you know,
the car didn't move.
He had his foot on the brake.
Fuck me. I was looking at it to try to figure out how to put the thing in park.
Yeah, it's just a button.
His bag was open, and I pull up the bag. It was like half open, and I pull it up. Thank you. Bank of America. As you come off Bloomberg and cross over for back.
Ryan, no. You have crime. Can you move them back with your tape?
Lions, that's it. I think he's on the right hand side, Bank of America.
I would move him to the next road.
Delta 7, Bravo 6, no problem.
Yeah. I didn't hear you.
But the van, they guys they come from that side. Just me, they were coming from that side.
Okay.
And as he right where you see pull he stopped just to look, and as he stopped,
did they pull in front of the car? Did
they pull right at the side there? Don't move, man. Don't move. And he was like, "What's up, man?" And they bail out and just give me chain. Take off your chain. And they're digging in the car. And when we realize now, I see the gun them.
Did they touch the car?
Yeah?
Did they touch the car?
Did they have gloves on? Did they have no gloves on?
I don't know if they have on gloves.
Okay.
They have on
hoods?
Yeah.
Did they cover their face?
One cover the face.
Okay.
The shortest one cover his face.
Okay.
And there's a tall, dark one.
Who is he to you, Dwayne?
It's my sister-in-law's son.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. I was fucking up with the mic. I forgot what I said, though.
All right. So, do you know if he has any issues with anybody?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, because he's a rapper.
Yeah.
You know. Right. But that guy over there, you see that guy down there that they have, the police lady have down there?
Yeah.
When he came out, he said to him that, gave me, "Hey, can you get a picture, man?" And he was like, "No, man, I'm cool."
Right.
And he smiled. And he keep looking. He smiled.
Okay. All right. Well, we're interviewing each person here. All right. When we interview you, we'll let them know that information. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to sit in the back of my car? It's air conditioned back there.
I'm good, man. I will stay. I don't mind. I'm not going to nobody.
Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah.
All right. We
You
can't
want the
have you taking any pictures or anything.
No, I'm not doing nothing. You want the phone? To
Yeah.
hold?
Yeah. I can hold on to it.
Until
I can
you're
hold
ready?
on to it.
I don't want it.
Oh, my bad. I keep fucking up with the mute button. But dude, I would have did the same thing. Like I'm cool, bro. I'll just stand out here in the heat. I'm not gonna sit in the back of your cop car because I can't get out when I want to get out. I'm just stuck in that bitch until you decide to come let me out. You know what I mean?
Michael Boatwright was charged with first-degree premeditated murder. During the trial, he blew a kiss to the victim's family, stunning onlookers with his callousness. He was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. That'll do it for today. If you like this video,
Hey, we got a good verdict that time. Dude got life, no parole. I don't know what the other two guys in the case got. Who knows? But yeah, that was kind of a boring tape. He really didn't have nothing to say, probably because he knew he was going to jail for a long time, man. And you know what I mean? If his boy's already telling and he knew Chucky and them was already telling, he knew. He just, like y'all said, he seemed like he was ready. Like, fuck it, I'm going to jail. You know what I mean? So shout out XXX Tentacion, man. He was a really good artist. Definitely was bringing the youth together, man. In so many ways, especially down in Florida, he was really big really big down there. He was like a rapper, but he wasn't on that gangster tip. He was more like a rock star. That's why I say he was different. He was unique. You know what I mean? And that's why this case was so shocking, you know, because he didn't rap about guns and drugs and shit like that. That's not what he was on. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's crazy that that lifestyle still found its way into his life. You know what I mean? Even though he wasn't speaking on that like some rappers do, you know? Really interesting case, man. But yeah, man, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Keep your post notifications on. We might do a late night stream, late night, early morning. Remember, guys, if you really support what we do here and you really like what we do, to make sure we stay around, please think about joining our membership program. It's only 99 cents a month, not a big commitment, but your dollar does go a long way here. So definitely think about that. There's plenty of perks that come along with it too. You get access to exclusive content. You get all the content first, and make sure you get a notification every time we go live. You also get access to special emojis, and you get the membership sticker next to your name as well. I mean, it keeps going on. I could keep going on, but definitely think about joining our memberships. If you haven't yet, sometime, definitely think about shooting us some super chats or maybe some gifts, whatever you feel comfortable with. It really helps keep the lights on here and allows me to do this full time to entertain you guys 6 to 8 hours a day. You feel me? So if you appreciate that, definitely donate what you can. If you can't donate, that's okay too. Just make sure you're subscribed and you like all our videos. It helps a ton. And that's all I got for you guys today. So peace and love. You know, I care and love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for subbing. Thank you for liking. And it's most of all, thank you for chatting. Because when the chat be chatting, that's when we got the best shows. I promise you. Just remember that you guys are the star. I'm only a co-host. This is Fade King True Crime Reviews. And we out.